We got the Yankees. We got the Rays. Tyler Glasnow versus Garrett Cole. Game 5. Winner goes to the American League Championship Series to face the Astros. We got a good one on tonight. Let's do it. And what is going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? We're a little late tonight, but that's okay. We still got a whole game in front of us. Garrett Cole, at the moment, is on the mound. Bottom of the first. Yankees were unable to get anything going in the top of the first, but Garrett Cole, for the first time in his career, is pitching on 3 days rest. He's going up against Tyler Glasnow tonight. This should be a goodie. Ooh, Garrett Cole hits Randy Arozarena. But how are we doing? Who do we have here in the chat so far? We have 7 in here so far. Hopefully that increases tonight. Hopefully this is a poppin' stream tonight. Hopefully we can get around 40 to 50 people in here. Who do we have so far? We have Davian. What is going on? Jackson is here, one of our moderators. Hello, hello. Nathaniel is here. SoundFX is here. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. A busy Friday today. And I have Monday off of work. And I am pretty excited. I can't lie about that. I got a 3-day weekend ahead of me. Monday. Hey, no days off for me Monday. I'll be right here working on some more content for you guys. So, SoundFX, greeting from Braves Country. Robbie, enjoying the weekend of relief before we take on the Dodgers. That should be a fun series, SoundFX. That should be an explosive series, if you ask me. A lot of offense there. That's going to be fun. I'm excited for that. Ethan, what is going on? How are we doing? How are we doing? But alrighty. Just to let you all know, Super Chats are on, so if you do want to have a comment or question highlighted in the chat and also have it pop up on the screen, those are available for you tonight. If you can't do anything like that tonight, that is completely okay. If you can, just leave me a thumbs up on the stream. And as always, if you don't like my face, you can also give me a thumbs down. That is perfectly okay as well. What are my predictions for this game? It's tough. I mean, I feel like you got to go Garrett Cole in this game, man. This is why he came to New York. Garrett Cole, he is just locked down, man. Locked down. This is what the Yankees needed. This is why he's here. I'm banking on it. But you never know of these pesky Rays, man. You never know. They've already seen him once in this series. Who knows if that comes into play? We'll have to just wait and see. We are up to 11 people in the chat. Hopefully this grows. But after this game, we won't have any games until, I believe, Sunday night. I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe Sunday during the day. I can't quite remember what the schedule was. But let's go ahead. Let's get game day on the screen. Haha. They didn't trick me today with the microphone. Usually I always forget to turn that microphone on when I go to the screen. But not tonight. We're doing better tonight, folks. All right, but just checking real quick. When are the American League and National League Championship Series starting? Let's take a look. I believe it's Sunday night. Is it Sunday night? Yeah, Sunday. Oh, they haven't even given a time. They haven't even announced a time. So I'm guessing NLCS is on Monday. Yep, so NLCS starts on Monday. But yeah, Sunday night. Wow. You would think that they would just have no games on Sunday. you know? Well, that's crazy. Why wouldn't, like, maybe the Dodgers and the Braves be playing on Sunday night? They're not even playing tonight. So whoever wins this game, they get 1 day off, and then they play again on Sunday. So why would the Braves and Dodgers, they played last night with the Dodgers advancing? That is something else, so we're going to have to go over real quick. We did not stay up for the rest of that game last night, but the Dodgers did advance to the National League Championship Series. I think pretty much everyone saw that one coming once they were up 2-0. But yeah, that's just crazy to me. You got 1 day off. Whoever wins this game, they have 1 day off, and then they play again on Sunday against the Astros, while the Dodgers and Braves, they get the whole weekend off. So I don't know. I wonder if that has to do with ratings. I'm not sure. Mike McCollum, what's going on? Sports with AJ, welcome. Hello. We are up to 15 people in the chat. We're slowly starting to trickle in. But all right, let's buckle those seatbelts. We're in for a ride tonight. Garrett Cole is in a little trouble here. Ray's got a runner on second and third. 2 outs. All righty. Dodgers hurt the bracket, huh? But Yandy Diaz is up. He's looking to make something happen for the Rays. They got a full count, 2 outs, runner on second and third, 1 hit. Could really change this game right now. Towers J Gaming, what's going on? How are we? Welcome. Who do you think is going to win the World Series? Isaiah, I have the Dodgers. I think they're just too good. But you never know with those Dodgers, man. You know, I've picked them a couple of times in the last few years, and they failed me both years. But Yandy Diaz is up here, full count. Towers J, man, I'm doing good. Had a day of work today, but I got a 3-day weekend coming up. I got Monday off, so I'm pretty excited. I can't lie. Pretty excited. Everyone picks the Dodgers every year, and they still don't win. You know, AJ, there's something about them this year, man. There's something about them. You know, getting a guy like Mookie Betts this year, I feel like that when they got him, I was like, all right, there's the move that puts him over the hump, you know? Well, Yandy Diaz walks, and the Rays, just like this, have the bases loaded. Cole, you know, he's on 3 days rest for the first time. So who knows if that affects him in this game. But Kyle Higashioka, he is catching again tonight. He usually catches Garrett Cole, but he has been catching most of these games in this series. Gary Sanchez has not been good. So, but Higashioka, I think he is the best option for the Yankees moving forward. I think you got to leave Gary Sanchez on the bench, have him come in against lefties, pinch hit spots. I think you got to ride with Higashioka. It's just better defense. He works better with the pitchers. Sound FX or Mike, if you have Monday off, will the stream start early? No, I'll probably start at a decent time. You know, right when the games are starting. I would say I definitely won't be having like an early stream. I really want to work on some content. I haven't really made any like edited videos for a while, so I really would like to maybe start working on something. I was saying to you guys last night, I have the my free agency notes already started. I'm already making my predictions for free agency, so I really want to get a good start on those free agency videos. So that might be a day where I start kind of working on stuff like that. Try and get myself a head start. Honestly, I want the Braves to shock the world just like the Nationals did last year. Hey, I'm just saying, hey, those Braves, man, they're looking pretty good. What is Cole doing? Throw the ball in the strike zone. It almost, he's got a 3-0 count right now. It's like Joey Wendell. This is a tough spot, man. Tough spot. Cole, he's not settled in right now. He's kind of erratic. He's all over the place. Wonder if he's got some nerves going. I don't know. Cole was the best option for the Yankees. You know, there is no reason to even think about anyone else. If you got a guy 3 days rest like Garrett Cole, you go with him. Well, there's a strike. And a foul ball. That's 3-2. So we got a full count here. Bases loaded. Not really anywhere Garrett Cole can go. Once again, my cable is a little behind. So you guys might see something before I do. But I am seeing on game day here, it's a 3-2. On my TV, it just went 3-2. So Spider 1996. What's going on? Who do you pick to beat the Astros? You mean in the ALCS? I mean, I think either one of these teams beat the Astros. I mean, the Astros, they have really surprising people this postseason, but I don't think the Astros are getting by either of these teams. That's just my opinion. So, but Joey Wendell with a full count. Oh, I got to get my volume on. I just noticed it wasn't even on. Oh my God, everyone. So last night I got hit with a copyright on my stream for playing that one video of people of, hold on one second. Let's see what happens here. Garrett Cole set with the pitch. Oh, what a fastball on the corner. Oh, 97 on the corner. That is dirty, my friend. Wow. Oh, he's looking pumped. Garrett Cole, fastball on the corner. Are you kidding me? Ooh. I mean, Joey Wendell, you gotta try and work a walk there if you can. He's been a little erratic, so I kind of don't blame Wendell for not swinging there, but that was nasty on the corner. Yeah, everyone, last night I got hit with a freaking copyright strike on the one video I was playing. It was in between innings. In between one of the innings, it's that video lately. It's kind of one of these viral videos that are going around of the people riding on their skateboards, drinking the cranberry juice. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that song, or I haven't actually really listened to the song. I've seen the videos, but I got hit with a freaking copyright on that. I'm like, are you kidding me? I played that for I think it was 30 seconds. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why I would get hit with a copyright on that. That makes no sense. I played it for 30 seconds. So, whatever. I also got hit with a copyright from MLB.com. I was showing the highlights of the Padres-Dodgers game from the night prior, and I was showing the Cody Bellinger home run, and I got hit with a copyright on that. So, I don't know. I may not be able to do stuff like that in the future, but, this is stupid, It's like you play one clip for 10 seconds and they just smack you with a copyright. It makes no sense. I don't know. So if any of you in the future, you're, going to start up a channel or whatever, be careful about those copyrights, man. Whether you're just playing a video on your stream, it could be for 10 seconds and they can just smack you with a copyright. So be careful of that. Red Sox finish over 500 next year. I feel like that's a possibility. I think that's a possibility. I'm definitely waiting to see what the Red Sox do in the offseason, but I feel like they started playing better towards the last couple of weeks of the season. So I definitely think they could definitely be a decent team next year. I liked some of the little moves that Chaim Bloom was making. Getting guys like, Nick Pivetta, Connor Siebold. I like that. Nick Pivetta looked pretty good. I like some of their young guys that are coming up. Bobby Dahlback played well. Really like Tanner Houck. He was pitching really well. So, Yogi dude, I don't know, dude. That just really annoyed me. I have to be when I make my videos, when I do my edited videos and whatnot, I do have to be careful with what clips I use. So, there's certain clips that I look for where I make sure I'm not going to get copyrighted on it. And when I upload a video to YouTube, it'll tell me if it's copyrighted before I even put it live. So if there's been times where I've uploaded videos and I got hit with a copyright before I made that video go live. And so what I would end up doing would be deleting the video, going back into the editor, and replacing that certain highlight with a different highlight. So Stanton, hard hit to third, but that's on to first, and there is the first out. But yeah, so I don't know, But yeah, I just found that really annoying. It's like, how do you play literally like 15 seconds of, whatever? It's like stupid. Makes no sense. Like, what money am I making from that? I'm not making any money from that. I'm showing one little clip of Cody Bellinger robbing a home run. Makes no sense. How am I going to get money from that? It's like, so whatever. But Jack Storm, how is Major League Baseball going to deal with the draft next year with no minor league play? How do you rate players? I haven't kept too much. I haven't kept up too much with all the minor league stuff going on. Is that a thing? Like, so what's going on with that? Was that like some news today that I just missed? Well, I see MLB trade rumors from a couple of days ago. I see here that minor league baseball will be becoming a branch of Major League Baseball. Says here, as we know, changes have been long on the horizon for Major League Baseball and minor league baseball's working partnership. The agreement between the two entities recently expired, and Major League Baseball now plans to bring the minor league system under their governance. Major League Baseball took a big step towards accomplishing their goals today. Major League Baseball released a statement today announcing their plans, and granted, this was 2 days ago. So MLB released a statement today announcing their plans to transplant the minor league offices to Major League Baseball's headquarters in New York City. So now minor league clubs are going to be licensed affiliates. In a way, I see that's kind of cool. They might now you might actually be able to. Now they might actually have like some merchandise. Like I found that it was kind of like minor league merchandise wasn't very great a lot. So there were times I wanted to buy like a Paw Sox like hat or something, but they'd be like sold out or something or just whatever. Or they just, I don't know, they didn't really have like much variety. So Luke Voit gets the walk. So the Yankees got to run around here with one out. But back to your question, Jack. I mean, well, I think they're going to have minor league baseball. I don't see why they can't just not have minor league baseball, right? Yeah, dude, Towers, man. Like, it's so aggravating. Like, come on. It's like you're literally gaining not even a penny, like, from that money. It's like, it's so annoying. Especially if you're like a smaller channel. Like, I can understand if you're like this giant channel. But like I see Giraffe Neck Mark where he'll put like highlight videos and stuff. And I'm like, dude, how are you using these videos? Like, I don't understand. Like, so I definitely have to, I'm very selective of the highlight videos that I use. A lot of the times I try to get them off of like freaking Korean websites. So I don't know. Yeah, Jack, I'm not really seeing anything on minor league baseball, like not being, I think that's going to be a thing for next year. I mean, I don't see how it's not going to be a thing, Nathaniel, that'd be horrible if the Red Sox did not win one game. I think they're going to win at least one game. Patrick, what's going on, man? What's going on? I don't know if it does it for you guys, but for me, it shows my profile pick as Marlins and Cardinals. Does it? I can't really see too much. Yeah, it just shows the Cardinals now. Nathaniel, who do I think is moving on? I feel like the Yankees are going to find a way to win this game. I could be very wrong. So, but I'm that much of a believer in Garrett Cole. And that's why I'm anti-copyright. It allows companies and corporations to suppress and decimate smaller organizations and creators without repercussions. Yeah, man, it's annoying. Like, I can understand it. But if it's like, okay, this huge audience or something is like, you're taking someone else's work. But it's more like, it wasn't even that on my stream last night when I showed a clip of Cody Bellinger. Like, I guess I can understand where you see how, like, I'm taking your work. I'm literally just showing a highlight of a 10 to 15 second highlight of something that happened, like, in baseball. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just showing people a highlight. Like, I understand you want people to come to your own channel, but, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. If anything, I was advertising Major League Baseball. Like, I'm showing, hey, Major League Baseball, there's all these great highlights you can watch. Here, go to MajorLeagueBaseball.com and you can see all of these highlights. Like, I'm showing their highlights. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can look at it from a bunch of different ways. But to me personally, it's like 10 to 15, seconds, and I get hit with a copyright. I mean, come on. It's aggravating. But whatever. I mean, I wasn't going to really, I was probably going to make, $2 off that stream. So I'm not worried about it. I got some awesome donations last night from some really nice and generous people last night. Sean Murphy's dad came in last night and donated $20 to the channel. That was amazing. David Knight dropped a couple. Juan Manuel dropped 3. If you guys look in the top right corner, it shows like the last few donations. So yeah, those won't get taken away. At least I don't think. I don't think donations will get touched. I think they just take away the advertising. So, but I'm not too worried about it. But that's definitely something for the future. If and there's Glasnow gets Gleyber Torres out on a fly ball, and the Yankees and the Rays nothing but zeros at the moment, not one hit yet. But yeah, that's definitely something for the future to consider. If my channel ends up, becoming something bigger down the road, that's something, for me and anyone else to consider. It's really be careful about, having music playing, having a video for like even 10 seconds playing. It's like almost not even worth it. So, Yeah, what Tower says here, I mostly agree, sound FX, unless you're just completely stealing someone else's work. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're stealing someone's work, and it's like, then that's bad. Like, you shouldn't be stealing someone's work. It makes no sense. So, yeah, I don't know. What can you do? I did actually try muting that. It said I got 2 copyrights. I got one on that clip I was showing of that viral song that's going on right now where people are on the skateboard or drinking the cranberry juice. I was playing that video, or I wasn't playing like the original video, but I was playing one of this New York Jets fan. He was on a skateboard and he was drinking the cranberry juice and he fell off his skateboard and he could just completely ate it. And so I thought it was hilarious. So I was showing you guys, but yeah, that I got hit with a copyright on that. So I actually tried to I tried to mute that part out, and yeah, so it's whatever. I'm gonna dispute it. I've never actually disputed. All right, I am sending in a dispute. Who knows if they will ever get to it? Probably not. You know what? I figured, why not? Why not? Because honestly, all I was doing was reacting to them. I just don't think it, because it wasn't like I just put the video like on my screen. Because it says here you can dispute a clip. You can dispute it for fair use, which it says I have significantly transformed the content claimed in my video. Where like it wasn't, I had like my little thing going, like where I had my where you see me, I had myself in the corner, so it wasn't like I was just like stealing the clip. So. So who knows? Maybe this ends up working. I disputed both of the copyrights. So who knows? We'll see. But Garrett Cole, he's looking a little better here. Looking a little better. He was looking a little rough in that first inning, but... Wow. Just saw the Kiermaier strikeout. Crazy, man. He's looking real good right now. All right, we're up to 21 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, sound FX. I agree. And to me, I was just reacting. It wasn't like I was saying, hey, I'm using this to, gain money off of it. I was just reacting, So, Towers J, man, have a good night. April, how are we? Hello. Let's go Atlanta. They're gonna need all the luck against the Dodgers. That's gonna be a tough series. Yeah, no politics tonight. I didn't even really get into politics too much last night, and I was just like, ugh, I don't want to get into this. No. I want to talk baseball. Jack, I see what you're saying. So my last question wasn't really clear, but I thought that AA and AAA, as an example, were shut down due to COVID this year. How would it affect next year's draft? I see what you're saying. So I thought you meant like the minor leagues are going to be shut down next year. I was like, huh? Wow, Garrett Cole striking out the side. Wow. If anyone was doubting Garrett Cole after that first inning, he pretty much just gave you a massive middle finger and said, nope. I'm Garrett Cole. You're all screwed. So, wow, struck out the side. Looking good. Dang, that was a good slider, too. Fastball's looking sharp. Everything's looking good. So, but yeah, for the draft, I think, obviously what they got this year with their minor league teams, they weren't in live game action against like other opponents, but I don't think it's really going to change anything. I still think they're just going to, business as usual. I think for a lot of these players in the minor leagues, I think actually the way they did minor league baseball this year, just having him play at alternate camp, I mean, honestly, that maybe actually could have been beneficial for a lot of these guys. You know, no pressure, you know, kind of just working on some things, you know. So I think for a lot of guys, it could end up being the way the minor leagues were this year. It could end up being a good thing. So Orioles, I don't have a top 10 list right now, but definitely Kumar Rocker. I do wonder about Kumar Rocker. He tends to throw a lot of pitches in college. I do wonder about that, but the guy has a legit build for a starting pitcher. So he's got good stuff. So I think, definitely Kumar Rocker. Jack Leiter. There's a shortstop. I think his name's Brady House. He's going to be pretty good. So definitely excited for some of these prospects. Yeah, Jackson. Red Sox need a pitcher. They got to draft pitching, man. Isaac. I'd have to say, man, I definitely think Dodgers are going to make it there. I got the Dodgers over the Braves. I've been sticking with the Dodgers for a while. You know, before the season started, you know, it was such a wackadoodle start to a season where it was going to be a 60-game season. I had the Nationals getting to the World Series. Ended up being a terrible pick, but I figured the Nationals, they got a ton of rest coming into this season. I figured that would end up being beneficial for them, and obviously that did not work out. So, but I had the Dodgers as the runner-up in the National League, so, you know, I know the Dodgers are a good team. But yeah, I'm liking the Dodgers. Yeah, GA27. I'm sticking Dodgers. Clayton Chokesaw. Definitely could happen. What do you think of this new player's attitude MLB is conveying in his videos? Things like bat flipping, gestures. I'm okay with it. To me, you know, sports are just emotional, man. They just are at the end of the day. So, yeah, absolutely, man. Bring some flair. Now, don't be a jackass, you know, about stuff. But, you know, that like Manny Machado, like the way he was reacting the other night when his team is down 4-1 and he's like throwing his bat. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what are you doing? He's like throwing his bat, like literally throwing his bat, not like flipping it, throwing it. And he's like screaming. It's like, hey, dude, your team's down 4-1 here. You know, kind of probably calm down there for a second, bud. But it wasn't like, whatever, fine, okay, all right. Maybe you want to get your team riled up. Let's go. You know, but then he's yelling at Brusdar Graterol for, you know, celebrating Cody Bellinger robbing a home run that could have given the Padres the lead, you know? But Machado's getting mad at that. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, sorry, but, you know, you're a clown. What are you doing? So, I've never been a big fan of Machado. I just haven't. You know, he just seems like a little crybaby sometimes. I'm glad you're picking against the Braves since I think ATL is at its best when people pick against them. All right, I like it. Yeah, man. I mean, I definitely think the Braves with that offense, dude, that offense is nasty. They can really do some things. Yeah, and yeah, you know, he kind of spiked Pedroia there, and Pedroia has not been the same since. So, just saying. But it was very delightful when we struck out Manny Machado to win the World Series. That was quite delightful. I can't hate against that. Wow, they already got the bullpen warming. I was kind of surprised they went with Glasnow in this game, to be honest. I really was. He's on 2 days rest. Glasnow did strike out a lot of guys, but he gave up 4 runs, you know, in that game. Glasnow, to me, I'm not a big. I like that he strikes guys out, but Glasnow, to me, I've just never been a big fan of him. Like, he is nasty. He went on a pretty good run last year, but I'm sorry, everyone. He's a 2-pitch pitcher. He's very susceptible to a home run. He's got a nasty fastball, a nasty curveball, but that's all he has. To me, I see Tyler Glasnow like, dude, that he could be a dominant closer. Dominant. 2 pitches, That's all he needs. But Patrick, I see. I definitely think he's going to get more strikeouts than Snell. And I think in this situation, I think you can go either way. Snell's the lefty. I thought Snell did okay in his start. But yeah, I don't know. What's going on, Jeremy? I'm currently getting wrecked by Hurricane Delta. Oh, wow. Hey, thoughts and prayers out to you, my friend. But I hope my team, the Astros, can win it all after could you? That's a very good point. Could you imagine if the Astros win the World Series? They would have to be the first team ever to win a World Series after a losing season. That would be quite the statistic, quite the record. The reason I think they went with Glasnow is mainly because he's their top guy. He reminds me of Kevin Gausman in some way. Yeah, he just gets a lot of Ks, man. Where can I watch the game live without paying? Cola, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really help you on that. Check out Reddit. I know Reddit, there seems to be some streams going somewhere on there. Go check out the Reddits. Or you can just hang out here with us and, we can just talk some baseball here. Sportsnet 590. Yeah, I feel like some other people in the chat here might have a better idea. I know people on Reddit, they'll share streams. I don't know. I keep on thinking in the back of my head, maybe the Astros can pull it off. But then as a Giants fan, I remember his questionable postseason decisions. Ooh. Thinking of Dusty. Yeah, Dusty Baker, man. Dusty is, he's had some weird calls, everyone knows with the Cubs, he wasn't pulling Mark Pryor. I thought that was very interesting that he did not pull Mark Pryor in that game. Or what game was it? Game 6 with the Marlins and the Cubs. Dude, he just kept leaving him in. I'm like, what are you doing? That was the same year with Grady Little too. He was keeping in Pedro. It's like, dude, Pedro should not have even been pitching in that 8th inning. Whatever, you could have had him go into the 8th, but are you serious? No way. I just saw that. Dude, are you kidding me? Did you really just get a strikeout on that curveball? Oh, give me a break, man. Are you serious? Stop it. It just caught the zone, but come on. Wow, Glasnow is out. Wow. Hey, whatever. They went with him to just get through the lineup one time. So, all right. Well, that's the night for Glasnow. We're not going to be seeing a good pitchers duel today. But yeah, I don't know. Have to wait and see how it goes. Who's coming in? Oh, it's Nick Anderson. The Rays are very interesting with their pitching. Now, I do wonder with the Rays, man. They're using some pretty good pitchers early on. I don't know. I'm just such a traditional guy. I'm just, I'm the typical get 6 or 7 out of your starter, get a couple innings out of your bullpen to bridge to the closer, and go with your closer to the 9th. I'm just very traditional in that way. I'm okay with kind of mixing some stuff up once in a while. But I just wonder, hey, if the Rays can pull this off tonight, I will not be hating at all. But if they don't, I'm going to just continue to keep questioning kind of this team. How far can you get with these kind of moves, Yeah, Cola, I think Glasnow, to be my complete honest opinion on that, the only way Glasnow is going to be able to compete for a Cy Young is he needs to add a third pitch. He needs to. He'll get by with he has 2 nasty pitches. He'll get by with those. But I think for him to be a legit Cy Young candidate, he needs to have a third and maybe a fourth pitch. I don't think he can just keep going with like these 2 pitches. He's got a great fastball, a great curveball. But to be one of the top pitchers in the game, especially statistically, I mean, you got to have more pitches, man. He gave up too many home runs, especially on the fastball this year. So that makes him, especially if he's tipping his pitches. I mean, you're really easy to read at that point. You throw 2 pitches, and if you're tipping your pitches on top of that, like, dude, I mean, I don't know. That's not a recipe for success. I'm not saying he's tipping his pitches, but if he were to start tipping his pitches, and then he's just like really easy to read at that point. BZ Baseball, we got a 0-0 game right now. Good pitching out of the gate. Garrett Cole did struggle a little bit in the first inning. Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? We're up to 40 people in the chat. Welcome to the stream. We got Yankees Rays Game 5. How are we all doing? If you are just arriving and you are new here, definitely think about subscribing down below. I'm talking baseball all the time here. Super chats are on if you do want to leave a small donation for the stream. That'll have a question or comment pop up in the chat and on the main screen. It'll pop up right on the screen. But if not, if you guys can, just leave a thumbs up on the stream, or you can leave a thumbs down as well. But yeah, the thumbs up, thumbs downs, they really help the stream get out there to more people. So, who do you think will be the Braves ace next year? Dude, if the Braves can, is that a double play? Oh, wow. Hey, Nick Anderson throwing 2 pitches, and just like that, he's out of it. So, dude, if the Braves decide to actually open up their wallets, like for a big deal, dude, if they got Trevor Bauer, that rotation would be nasty. Look out for maybe a Trevor Bauer to like the Nationals. I could maybe see the Nationals going after Trevor Bauer. Look out for the Nationals. The Nationals are kind of like a weird team right now. They're in a transition.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a subscriber. Isnags, what is going on, my friend? How are you? Welcome to the channel. Really appreciate you subscribing. Welcome, welcome. So for anyone else, if you are new, definitely hit that subscribe button down below if you're looking for some more baseball. Ian Anderson has been amazing this year. Yeah, Ian Anderson's been great. He's really stepped up, and they really need him. Well, the teams that make it to the World Series have an advantage next year with their players healthy and durable. Yes. Could the Nationals trade Scherzer or Corbin to get prospects and then sign Bauer? I feel like they could maybe get something for Corbin. Do they? It makes me wonder if the Nationals are out of it next year. If the Nationals are out of it, do they maybe trade Scherzer at the deadline? I mean, is that a possibility? I'd be on the lookout for that. I think Max Scherzer could be a trade candidate. Robbie, will you do KBO videos next year? I think I might maybe definitely do a couple of KBO videos. I couldn't believe the traffic I was getting. So that could be just like a fun video to get into, maybe make some predictions or something. So I could see Corbin getting traded. I could too. I could see Corbin getting traded. But he's had some health problems this year, so yeah, Nationals fans, they'd be really mad. But I mean, at the end of the day, Scherzer, he's not getting any younger. And if you can get something for him, the Nationals, dude, their farm system really needs to get loaded up. I think Bobbly Wobbly, what is going on? Welcome to the channel, my friend. Really appreciate you jumping aboard. We're watching the Yankees and the Rays tonight, so welcome. But yeah, I definitely think Scherzer, I mean, dude, he would bring in some prospects, especially if a team that's looking for pitching. If a team got Max Scherzer next year at the deadline, I think that could be legit. So I think the Nationals, I think they're in an okay spot. I think, hey, try and compete next year. And if you're out of it, or, if you feel like you're not going to be in contention, then, maybe think about trading Scherzer. I think that could be an idea. The Nationals farm system isn't bad. It's just that half their prospects are under 19. Yeah, I mean, as of right now, MLB.com has them ranked as the worst farm system. So, but that's definitely not going to help. You know, you might have a lot of good talent there, but a lot of them just could be really young. So, but yeah, they don't really have like any prospects that are like really close. I definitely think they definitely need to start, you know, pumping some prospects in there, you know? Oh, a doubleheader tomorrow, huh? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Doubleheader. I miss those days, man, when I used to play. I remember you'd have like a game at like 9 in the morning, and then I'd have like another game at like 1 in the afternoon or something. Hey, Sound FX with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Who is your X factor for the NLCS? I have the bullpen for the Braves and Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers. I think Cody Bellinger, look out for Cody Bellinger because he really struggled in this season, but he was really hot down the stretch. I'd say for the Braves, I'm a visual person. I need to look at the rosters. I mean, I think when you look at the Braves for X factors, I think you have to look at the starting pitching. You could look at a guy like Ian Anderson, where this is a guy that really... I mean, look out for Kyle Wright, too. Kyle Wright just had a really good start in his last postseason game against the Marlins. He pitched pretty well. He went 6 innings. He only gave up 3 hits. Kyle Wright did not have a very good regular season. He went 2-4 with a 5.21 ERA. I don't think his FIP was really all that much better. But I could say someone like Kyle Wright. You know, Kyle Wright. That'd be my X factor. But that's going to be a little hard to keep that Dodgers offense locked down. I could definitely see, I'm going to say that one. Kyle Wright. I think Kyle Wright could be my X factor for the Braves. You know, Ian Anderson's been doing well. Max Fried, he's been doing well. They both had really good seasons, but look out for someone like Kyle Wright. Just had a good start. Maybe he brings that momentum into his next start. And I know it was a weaker Marlins offense, but hey, I don't know. Maybe he figured something out in that start. He looked pretty good. So I'd say for the Dodgers, if I were to go to the Dodgers, who could be an X factor for the Dodgers? Again, I'm a visual person. I need to actually look at names in front of my face. I mean, I could definitely say a guy like Brusdar Graterol. Graterol. This is a guy I think that they might really use out of this bullpen a lot in this series. He's been looking pretty good so far in this postseason. He's already pitched a few innings. Look out for Brusdar Graterol in this series, especially against this lineup where this dude can just throw freaking gas. I wonder if they have Edwin Rios come on. Are they going to have him on the roster? I don't know. This is a good guy off the bench. The guy can hit, man. But yeah, those are my X factors. I would say for the Braves, I'll say Kyle Wright. And then for the Dodgers, Brusdar Graterol. That's going to be my take. But also, you could look at it maybe someone like a Tony Gonsolin. He hasn't even really pitched this postseason, has he? He hasn't even pitched in this postseason. You know what? I'll say Brusdar Graterol and Tony Gonsolin. That's what I'm going to say. I might actually lean more towards Tony Gonsolin being a bigger X factor. He hasn't even pitched in this postseason, and he's been fantastic in this season. So, yeah, I'll go Kyle Wright for the Braves, and I'll go Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers. That's who I'm going with. But SoundFX, again, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Very much appreciated. And just for everyone else as well, super chats are on. So if you do want to ask a question during the stream or leave a comment during the stream, that it will be highlighted in the chat and it will pop up on the screen. So, and yeah, if you leave me a comment or a question like that, I'll take the time and I'll look into it for you. So again, SoundFX, thank you so much. Who do I think finish higher in 2021? I'd say the Marlins at this point. I'm okay to say the Marlins, but I wouldn't be surprised about the Nationals either. Garrett Cole is dealing right now. Garrett Cole, he is just He's dominating right now. How many strikeouts is that? Is that 6? He's got 7. Garrett Cole's got 7 Ks. Yo, I'm telling you, man. If the Yankees can just get some offense going, I think this is the Yankees game. I've been saying this, man. Garrett Cole in a Game 5. I mean, that's pretty good if you ask me. Yeah, I could see a bounce back year from the Nationals. I could definitely see that. Hey, I had an off year. Strasburg is going to be back next year. They just didn't have anything going. Yankees just need 1 run, just 1. Honestly, I agree. I think if they just get just a couple on the board, dude, Garrett Cole, he's not going to give up this ball. He will hang on to this ball. This is why he's here, man. But I think one factor that could contribute to the Yankees if they lose this game, Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone has made some weird calls this whole season. He's made some weird calls, in this series. I mean, I think if the Yankees lose this game, I wonder if Aaron Boone ends up being a reason for it. Maybe he pulls Cole too soon? Like worrying about his health or something too much? I don't know. So, I thought age didn't matter when ranking farm systems. I wouldn't say it matters, but I just think age, it's just harder to project these kind of players when they're just so, they're just so far away, Somewhere in Pittsburgh, though, there is a particular Yinzer shouting to the heavens against the Pirates for wasting both of these great pictures. Man. Yeah, man. Pittsburgh, having Glasnow, having Cole, you got to wonder what's going on in Pittsburgh, man. Yo, Robbie, Lara, Yeen, Deanberg, Kate. I'm guessing these are all Nationals prospects. I mean, hey, man, you know more than I do. I haven't looked into all of those people. So, hey, hopefully the Nationals, they got something with some of these guys. Hopefully, because they're going to need some prospects. Because they got no one that's really going to be coming up soon. I hope they don't waste Kumar this time. I don't know, man. I don't know. They had Cole and they wasted him. So. Oh, Judge goes deep. That's gone! Aaron Judge gives the Yankees the lead. And that might be the run that the Yankees need to get to the American League Championship Series. With the way Garrett Cole is pitching, that could be all the Yankees need. And Aaron Judge comes through with an opposite field home run, and the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Oh, my. Sports with AJ. It's Judgment Day. But it's still early. It's still early. The Yankees got to be feeling pretty good. They got their guy on the mound. They got a big home run there. Could this start sparking this offense? So what I'm saying, I wonder, I don't know, man. Is this where the Rays, maybe they're looking at numbers too much? That's like kind of weird for me that they took Glasnow out so early. I mean, it's like you got to ride your starter. I mean, that's just me. I mean, what do I know? I'm not a professional. I don't work in baseball. But I don't know. Who knows what ends up happening? Who knows? Personally, I think you should have left Glasnow in longer. I don't care what numbers you throw at me. I'm as big for numbers as anyone, but like I think you just leave Glasnow in. And Nick Anderson already, he's given up the home run. So I don't know, but hey, who knows? What I'm saying right now might not even matter. Who knows if the Rays just start busting out for some runs soon? But the way Garrett Cole is pitching right now, 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. Like I said, this might be all the Yankees need. Just like it was mentioned earlier in the chat, if they just get 1 run, that might be all they need. Hey, what's up, James? How we doing? I mean, honestly, James, man, like I said, that's a popcorn series if you ask me. I'd be loading up on all the buy one get one free popcorn that I can get. So, funny enough, it'll be the 3rd time in 4 years that we get Yankees versus Astros for the ALCS. Like, yeah, I was saying that last night. That's insane, man. That'd be so cool. And especially the storylines that you have in that. They're so well acquainted with each other. 2017, 2019. Astros looking to prove that they can do it without cheating. Yankees looking to prove that it was the cheating, why they lost. It kind of stinks because you would like to see a Justin Verlander. That's the only thing with the Astros is like I do wish they kind of were at full strength. They're not going to have Verlander. Who knows what the heck's going on with Zach Greinke? It just seems like his arm is like about to fall off at any moment. So you would like to see the Astros have something, starting pitching-wise, like a Justin Verlander. So it's kind of too bad they don't have him, but what is up? We got 44 people in here. What is going on? How are we all doing? If you are just joining, you have no idea what's going on. Hello, welcome to the channel. We are watching the Rays and the Yankees. I can't actually put the game on because I will get hit with copyright left and right. So the next best thing is I have game day on here. We're going to sit here and talk about it. We're going to sit here and talk about baseball all night. But if you are just coming in, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. I'm talking baseball all the time. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So super chats are on. If you do want to have a question or comment, highlight it in the chat or pop up on the screen. Those are available as well. Sound FX. Same could be said for the Braves not having Soroka. Mike had a Cy Young year in 2019, losing to the Polar Bear for Rookie of the Year. Then he gets a serious injury. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I mean, dude, Braves next year could have some really good pitching. And imagine, I've said this like a million times, I feel like. Imagine if they get a Trevor Bauer or someone like that next year, man. Ugh. But here we go. 0-2 count to Luke Voigt, looking to do some more damage. And there's a ground ball to short. And there's the 3rd out. But the Yankees, they get a run across the board thanks to the Aaron Judge home run to the opposite field. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. So, Orioles 2021, I'm seeing your question here. Is Starlin Castro one of the most underrated players in the league? Well, let's take a look at his stats. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at how he did. I mean, he was fine this year. Neither bad nor good. I mean, kind of whatever. 752 OPS. 267 average. 2 home runs. Actually didn't have that many at-bats. But, he'll give you some pop. I'll actually go to Fangraphs here. Let's see if we can go a little deeper on him. Let's take a look. I don't know. He didn't do much. He only played in 16 games this year. Was he injured? But if you look back at Had a little knot there. If you look back at 2019 with the Marlins, I mean, he had a pretty good year. He had 22 homers. I mean, his on base was kind of low, though. So, goodness, I got a gnat flying around me. But we got, yeah, not really a great on base. He's never really been a great on base guy. So, I mean, he has some pop. He can drive in some runs. Hey, you know, he's not really going to do much for you. Like, I mean, he'll do something. He'll give you some offense. Fielding wise, let's take a look at how he does in the field. Okay, can we? Okay, what is going on? Okay, if we take a look at the fielding, playing second base, he's been okay defensively the last couple of seasons. His UZR was a little low this season. He was decent in 2019 playing second base. 0.4 UZR, 3 defensive runs saved. That's okay. I mean, neither good nor bad. I like the 3 defensive runs saved. He played a little shortstop the last couple years. You know, nothing really to look at. But, you know, I'd say Starlin Castro, he's kind of, you know, just one of these players. He can give you some pop. So, you know, I would say nothing really more. I don't think he's really like a transcendent kind of a guy. According to Giraffe Neck Mark, the most underrated player is David Fletcher. He said the same thing about, who was it on the Rockies? David Dahl. He said that about David Dahl, too. And David Dahl ended up, like, not doing anything this year. I don't want to look up David Dahl. David Fletcher. Let's take a look at the stats. So, still pretty young, 26. Taking a look at how he did this year. He's got a decent WRC+. Played 49 games. You know, got a few homers. He's got a good on base. I like his on base this year. He's got a 346 lifetime on base for the last 3 seasons. So that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I like that. If you look at the fielding, he kind of plays all over. I can understand why Giraffe Neck Mark would say he's underrated because he can play anywhere. So, you know, he can play some second, he can play some third. He plays all over the infield. He play the outfield. So, I'd say, you know, he's kind of like a Brock Holt, you know. Definitely a super utility kind of a guy. But defensively, so he played the most at third. It looked, or no. He played the most at, looks like shortstop. Yeah, he played the most at shortstop this year. I'm not looking at the advanced. Shortstop, he had a run save defensively. He was kind of a little iffy, or not iffy. I don't know. He was all right. He's not horrible at short. Negative 0.7 UZR. Yeah, he kind of played like all over. Played a lot of second too. He's fine defensively. He'll get the job done. I can understand why he would say Fletcher's underrated. I can understand that. You know, he gets on base. So, it doesn't look like he strikes out all that much either. He's got some speed. He'll steal some bases. So, I can understand where he's coming from with that. Is Victor Robles a bust? No, I think Victor Robles, dude, I wouldn't look at like this past season, to be honest. Like if a guy's had a down year this year, then it's like, whatever. You can't look at it. You can't like look at this season, you know? You can't look at this season. It's 60 games, you know? Especially if someone gets like hurt or something, and it's like, you know, they're out for 2 weeks. They've just missed like 10 games right there. And it's like, I don't know. What about the most overrated? I don't know. I'd have to look at that. I don't know. I can't think of a guy that's right now on the top of my head. Yeah, Gary Sanchez, I'd agree. Honestly, I mean, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this. I understand why someone would disagree with this. I don't know. I might look like a clown saying this, but I've said it a couple times. I'm not big on Tyler Glasnow. I'm just not. I understand why someone would disagree with me on that. But like I've said, I don't like that he only has 2 pitches. I just don't like that. Like, I was seeing everyone, like a lot of people picking Tyler Glasnow to win the Cy Young this year. And I'm thinking, like, how are you going to win the Cy Young with 2 pitches? Like, I just don't see it. I'm not saying he's bad. But he's got 2 pitches. Like, sure, it's one of the better fastballs and one of the better curveballs in the game. I totally get that. His curveball has one of the best spin rates. He's got some of the best spin on his fastball in the whole game. But at the end of the day, it's 2 pitches. I think Tyler Glasnow, if he was a closer, dude, he'd be insane. He'd probably save like 50 games. I'm not kidding. Like, he'd probably get like 50 to 60 saves in an entire season. He'd be nasty. Coming out of the 9th, he's nasty. So, but as a starter, he needs to add a 3rd pitch. And I don't know why I don't know if he's like tried adding a 3rd pitch. I don't know if the Rays really even want him to. I don't know. But I just don't like the 2-pitch mix because you're just easier to read at that point, especially if he starts falling into like bad habits of tipping pitches. When you're already easier to kind of read at this point, and then you start tipping your pitches with 2 pitches. I mean, I don't know. You're looking. That's a recipe for disaster, if you ask me. But well, yeah, Chris. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Yeah, Mariano. He dominated with 1 pitch, but he was the closer. You can do that. You can do that. You can come out of the bullpen and throw 1 pitch, and yeah, for him, he just he had one of the he probably has the best cutter of all time. So that dude's cutter was stupid. The way he could place that cutter anywhere he wanted. He could paint it on the outside corner. He can run it on your hands. Mariano, yes, but if you put Mariano in the rotation, that dude is going to get hit around. Like, eventually guys are going to get more looks off of him, and they're going to have more time against him. So Mariano as a starter would have gotten, I think, well, the thing with Mariano is he was a starter at one point, but back in like the late, when he was coming up in 96 or 95 or whatever it was. But yeah, I think Mariano, and any reliever, if you got 1 or 2 pitches, you're going to be successful out of the bullpen. So, yeah, Glasnow, he'd be one of like the best freaking closers of all time, if you ask me. He failed as a starter. Hey, Joel, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Taking a look at Mariano Rivera, let's actually take a look. I actually don't think he did that bad as a starter, did he? I feel like he didn't do that bad. I actually think he had some success starting early on. If we take a look, going back to 1995, I know there was like a couple of games where he started 10 games. So yeah, he did have a high ERA. So yeah, you're right. You are right. He did fail as a starter, but I know he had a couple of games where he pitched pretty well. Can I go to his game log? I feel like he had some like good starts. If we're to take a look at his game log from 95, what was the most he pitched? See, like here, he pitched an 8-inning game. He had 11 strikeouts. That's so weird, just like looking up Mariano Rivera's stats, and you see that he started a game and he went 8 innings. How weird is that? That's so weird. But if you look at this whole month, in July of 95, he actually pitched really well. I mean, look at this. He had 8 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 5 innings. He pitched really well here. Not many strikeouts. But he had 11 strikeouts in this game. 8 innings, 11 Ks. Are you kidding? But here, they started using him out of the bullpen. So, I think he came out of the bullpen. Yeah, he was coming out of the bullpen here. This is when they kind of gave up on him as a starter. He gave up 5 runs. But he did show some glimpses as a starter. He showed some decent stuff, but ultimately he was just better off in the bullpen. I'm not sure what pitches he was using as a starter. I don't remember that much. So, but yeah. But that's why Mariano Rivera, he was so successful, because he had one of the best, he arguably had the best cutter of all time. So, and the dude was just so durable. Mariano was like never hurt. So, Nathaniel, it didn't show? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it shows here on my phone you subscribed. I'm so sorry it didn't pop up. I don't know why, man. I don't know why that it shows the super chats. It'll show someone subscribing, but it doesn't do it all the time. So, yeah, Chris, he was removed from the rotation. Mariano was definitely removed from the rotation. Absolutely was. But he did have some good moments as a starter. Like you just said here, Chris, he was just way better for the bullpen. So, he came up as a starter. Wow, look at that. 100 from Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole on 3 days rest. 100 on the inside corner. Yeah, Joel, I'm wondering if it's, I think it's more of a Streamlabs thing. I don't think it's YouTube. I think it's just a Streamlabs thing. For some reason, it doesn't like to update all the time. Jeremy, we have a 1-0 lead for the Yankees right now. Oh, Wendell takes it opposite, but Gardner's there. Jack Storm. Let's take a look at his pitch count right now. He's up to 73 pitches. So I'm wondering how deep he goes. So he's got 2 outs here. But I'm guessing he goes 6. I think he goes 6. Or maybe 5. Well, no, I could see 6. I could see 6 innings from Cole. The Yankees have enough guys in the bullpen for after the 6th inning. He's looking really good, though. He's throwing 98, 99, 100. He's looking good. He's looking sharp. Joel, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, we had a busy day at work today, so took a nap after work. Then made some coffee here, and I'm ready to go for Game 5. Garrett Cole maybe embracing Trevor Bauer's idea on 3 days rest. Dude, yeah, man. Right now, Garrett Cole is looking really good. Chris, by the way, it's good to see you in here, man. I haven't seen your name for a little bit. It's good to see you in here, my friend. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, man. Chris Rodriguez, one of the first subscribers to this channel. Chris Rodriguez is a legend for this channel. So, Chris, appreciate you being here, man. It's always good seeing you. Is Severino overrated? I don't think he's overrated. He's got tons of talent. The guy's got a great build for a pitcher. I just think he needs to get over this little, the elbow problems he's having in the last couple years. He's got Tommy John. I think he'll end up coming back, and I think he's going to end up being fine. I think he's taking some time off. So Pitchers tend to come back these days better after Tommy John. So hopefully he can just stay healthy. So he was having a couple of years where, he was throwing a lot of innings in his first couple of years. So he's reliable. He was having some postseason stuff going on. He wasn't really coming through too much in the postseason. But I think he is going to be oh, wow. Garrett Cole got a gift there. A slider that was pretty low. They're really expanding the strike zone, I'm noticing, in this series. Nathaniel, thank you for coming out, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, Severino, he's got some great talent. I think he's going to be a key piece for the future of the Yankees. He just needs to stay healthy. That's all. He missed all of 2019. I think did he even pitch in 2019? He pitched one, yeah. Oh, he pitched two. He pitched at the end of the season. Then he pitched in the playoffs a little bit. So Garrett Cole, he has been a pleasure to watch so far. Gotta love it, man, when a guy's just racking up strikeouts. He's just throwing hard. He's mixing in his off speed. He's been fun to watch. Another strikeout for Garrett Cole, and he is hyped. He is hyped right now. Garrett Cole with his 8th strikeout through 4 innings. He's doing good, man. Dude, ride that arm of Garrett Cole. Dude, you got to get 6 innings out of him. Get 6 innings. If they can get 6 innings out of him, they're going to win this game. They are going to win this game if they can get 6 innings. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing the comparison with Aaron Sanchez and Luis Severino. I can I mean, I can't you can't really compare the two. Aaron Sanchez really had just one good year of starting. He had 1 year in 2016. He made 30 starts. He had an ERA of 3.00. Had an FIP of 3.55. He was striking out 7.5 per 9. I mean, yeah, you can't really compare the two. He only had really one good year of starting. So he was pretty good out of the bullpen in the couple of years before that. He came in 24 games in 2014. 2015, he had 41 games, had a 3.22 ERA. His FIP, though, in 2015 was a lot higher, 4.61. But yeah, I can understand. His 2016 season was pretty good. He only lost 2 games that year. He went 15-2. Finished 7th in the Cy Young voting that year. But yeah, Luis Severino, I think Luis Severino is on a different level. Because Luis Severino, if I'm looking at his regular season stats right here, Luis Severino, 2015, he had 11 starts. Pitched pretty good that year. 2016, he actually did struggle, Severino, in the regular season. He was 3-8, 5.83 ERA. I wonder what his FIP was that year. Luis Severino. I want Fangraphs. I'm interested to see what his FIP was that year. That's a high ERA, but he's got good stuff. I wonder if it was any better. Okay, it was lower, 4.48. So still not a great FIP. He actually had a higher FIP in 2015. But yeah, he's had Severino, I think you have to say, I mean, he's definitely been more successful than Aaron Sanchez was. Sanchez, I mean, no disrespect to that one good year he had, but Severino, I think, has just been better overall. You know, so 3.35 FIP in his career. That's really good. So, you know, the only thing with Severino right now is he just needs to overcome these injuries. And that's a guy that, you know, where he's going to be a valuable piece for the Yankees. So we'll just have to wait and see how he does when he comes back, though. Yeah, BZ, I wouldn't call him a fail just yet. I think you just have to see how he does after he has Tommy John. He does walk some guys. I will say that. You are right on that, BZ Baseball. He definitely walks some guys. Let me actually go back to that. He's got a good strikeout rate, though. Definitely a good strikeout rate. Could have sworn. What was it? I feel like Severino does walk some guys. Could be wrong. I mean, no, 2018 it was pretty good. 2017 was pretty good. You to be one of the elite pitchers in the game, you do want this to be in like the ones, I would say. Like if you take a look at the leaders from this past year. Whoops, not batting. If you take a look at the leaders for walk rate, you know, so you had some of these guys, you know, some of these. Well, no, you had Trevor Bauer, one of the better pitchers this year. He was about 2 walks per 9. Me and Garrett Cole. All right, I take that back. I think I'm thinking home runs per 9. Home runs per 9. You definitely want to keep. If you're one of the top pitchers in the game, you definitely want to, you know, somewhere in like the ones or even lower than that, right? In the zeros, right? So Severino's walk rate's been fine. Early on, it was a little higher, but he was a younger pitcher during this time. He did have some walks in when he came back in 2019, but I mean that was 3 starts. So yeah, no, I wouldn't say his walk rate's high. I wonder why I thought his walk rate was kind of high. I don't know what was making me think that. I feel like there was something there. I don't know. But yeah, you are right, James. Definitely right. If you're striking out guys a lot, you're gonna walk. You're just gonna walk some guys too. All I know is that if Chaim Bloom signs Aaron Sanchez for the Red Sox, Aaron Sanchez, he's winning the Cy Young. I'm just gonna let you guys know that. Just letting you know. You know why? Because Chaim Bloom is going to make him the ace of the Red Sox. And Chaim Bloom, I trust. Yeah, good point, Sound FX. Sound FX, I have to say, I love your informative comments. I love them. They're so good. Always like a nice little strip of something to read, you know, easy to read. Nice use of the capital letters, the periods. Ooh, as a teacher, I like to see it. You know. That seems to be one of the downsides of an ace pitcher. There will be outings where it's just walks or strikeouts or even walks to hits. We saw that with Max Fried. That's true. Go Dodgers. We got a Dodgers fan in the chat. Right now, we could be seeing a possible, that's a base hit up the middle for Gleyber Torres. Almost said Gio Urshela. I used to get Gio Urshela and Gleyber Torres just like mixed up so much. I don't know why. I used to thought Gio Urshela was the shortstop and then Gleyber Torres was the third baseman. Who do I have in the World Series? I'd say at this rate, it's going to be Yankees-Dodgers. I feel like the Dodgers, they have an offense to compete with the Braves, and I feel like the Dodgers have a bit more starting pitching. Oh, Brett Gardner. Brett Gardner takes that one a little deep, huh? Off to the warning track. But who do I think will win the NL Cy Young? I feel like it's going to be Bauer. I feel like it's going to be. I personally think DeGrom. I'm in favor of DeGrom. I personally am. DeGrom had a lower FIP. He was a little better than Bauer in a couple of more of the advanced stats. Yeah, I'm definitely in favor of DeGrom winning the Cy Young. I think he pitched really well this year. But I think Bauer, I think he's just getting more of the publicity. But Higashioka is up. They got a runner on first. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Fairbanks is loosening for the Rays. Yeah. Are the Lakers playing tonight? The Lakers are in position to win it tonight, right? J.A. Happ is underrated. You know, J.A. Happ is interesting, man. Like, I'd say he's neither underrated or overrated. I'd lean more towards he's rated, you know? He's kind of is what he is. He'll be, he'll do fine for you in the regular season. I wouldn't trust him too much in the postseason. I don't know. He didn't really do good in game 2. Who do I think will win the National League MVP? I'd have to go. Who did I pick? I don't remember who I picked. I already had my pick. Who did I pick? Oh, I picked Freddie Freeman. I got Freddie Freeman. I was looking at Mookie in a couple of spots when I was deciding, but I think Freeman has just been so good offensively this year. He was insane. Mookie, I liked. Mookie really contributed in the outfield this year. He was a lot more valuable defensively than Freeman was. So that's why I kind of wanted to lean towards Mookie, because I'm more about the players playing great defense and offense. Freddie Freeman, the advanced stats haven't really painted Freeman as a great defensive player throughout his career, for the most part. Yeah, we were just talking about Cody's catch in last night's stream. I was showing a clip of it, and my stream got freaking copyrighted because I showed the clip, and I was ranting because what do you call it? What was I saying? Or what were we watching? So we were watching the Cody Bellinger clip, and I was talking about Manny Machado complaining about, sorry, I'm losing train of thought here. I'm watching this game. But Manny Machado was complaining because Brusdar Graterol was celebrating the fact that Cody Bellinger robbed a home run that could have given the Padres the lead. And I'm thinking, why is Manny Machado getting mad about this right now? He's the one that threw his bat celebrating a home run where they were down 4-1. So it was like weird. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're right about that, James. You are right. But I feel like with first baseman, oh, whoops, what did I just do? So there are some first basemen, I believe, that have some good numbers defensively. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's funny. Like the best defensive player at first base had a negative 0.2. But I'm talking about like like the defensive runs saved, the UZR. These guys can get up there with the UZR. I mean, Evan White had 7 runs saved defensively. Freddie Freeman. What the heck did I just even click? What is going on right now? What is happening? What is going on? What? Here we go. Freddie Freeman, he was at 0. So, I did like the UZR, though. Did like the UZR, 3.1. That ranked second among all first basemen, so that's really good. I just feel like right field, to me personally, I mean, you don't want to judge a player just because of where they play. I don't think that's very fair. But yeah, I really liked Mookie in the outfield. I thought he did really well. I think. I could be wrong. I wonder if I'm thinking of someone else. But looking at the fielding, yeah, I mean, he had 11 runs saved defensively. He had a 6.0 UZR. Let's see where that ranked. So Mookie let's just go outfielders. Let's go outfielders instead of just right field. So hold on. I want the fielding. Oh, come on. I hate how it makes me just like click. Yeah, defensive runs saved. Oh, Mookie ranked 3rd. Wow, Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo had 12 runs saved defensively. That's pretty good. Yeah, well, I guess when you compare it, Mookie was, Mookie wasn't really the best at his position. Well, that was among outfielders. Let's just look at right field. Yeah, Mookie was 2nd in defensive runs saved. He was 2nd in UZR. So Freeman was right along those stats too. But I think Mookie really, this 11 defensive runs saved, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like that's like, look at the difference among right fielders. You go from 11 to 2. Like that's a pretty big gap. So even if you look at all outfielders, it really starts to kind of drop off like among the outfielders here. So among all outfielders, and that's just not his position. That's all outfielders. He was 3rd in defensive runs saved, and he was 5th in UZR. Whereas Freddie Freeman only ranked, well at his position. Mookie ranked well among all outfielders, including right fielders, center fielders, So that's where I kind of was leaning Mookie a little. But Freddie Freeman offensively was just so good. Dude, he was so good. I'm actually going to go back and look at that. Someone is cooking like chili or something in my apartment building, and it is like, when you're like smelling like spices and like it's like you feel like you can't breathe? That's kind of what I'm going through right now. Goodness. Someone is making like chili or something, and it's like killing me. Sorry to explain that to everyone, but if you feel like you're hearing me like I'm sounding like I'm short of breath or something, it's because I'm like smelling like cayenne pepper or something. I'm like dying. But yeah, dude, WRC plus. I mean, Freddie Freeman. I mean, Juan Soto was really good. Freddie Freeman played 13 more games, but dude, Freeman had such a good WRC plus. Slugging, 2nd in slugging. He ranked decently in on base. I think he was like 12th or something. Where is he? Well, actually, no, he was outside the top 30. So that's interesting. But he was pretty high in batting average. You know, a decent amount of home runs. He ranked pretty high in RBIs. So I think you got to give it to Freeman, man. He was so good offensively. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mookie, yeah, I do like outs above average. That one's pretty good on Baseball Savant. But I think Freeman's just been so good offensively this year. And Mookie, I wouldn't be surprised if Mookie won it. I just love the fielding. I love the fielding. So, you know, first basemen tend not to they just tend not to, you know, win MVP a lot. Has a first baseman ever won the MVP? So yeah, Lou Gehrig. Look at these people up here. Garrett Cole with another strikeout. So yeah, you've had Lou Gehrig. Yeah, you've had Jimmy Fox. I mean, Pujols, of course. So you have had some first basemen win it. So, but I think Pujols, he was just so good offensively. It was kind of hard to not give it to him, you know. So I think Freeman wins it this year, but wouldn't be surprised if Mookie wins it. But yeah, Cole, he's doing pretty good right now, man. Doing pretty good. Nine strikeouts through 4 2/3. Oh, wait. He gave up a run. Oh, crap. He gave up a home run? Oh, my TV's behind. Oh, I looked at Garrett Cole's stat line. Oh, I just noticed he gave up a home run. Oh, so Meadows hit the home run. Well, thanks, Cable. Oh, wow. He smoked that. But we got a tie game here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a tie game. And as good as Garrett Cole has been tonight, this is what the Rays do. They chip away. And we got a tie ball game. We got a brand new game. And Garrett Cole has given up a home run. Wow. Garrett Cole was cruising. But Austin Meadows, that's a big fly for Austin Meadows. He's been struggling this season. That's a big home run for him. Wow. Yeah, James, I don't think first basemen historically have won that many. Let me go back to that. So yeah, first basemen have won it in 34 seasons. Right field. Oh wow, right fielders have only won it in 28 seasons. Wow, so actually first basemen have won it more than right fielders. So that's interesting. Left fielders only 24 seasons. Starting pitchers 21 seasons. Wow, really? Center fielders only 20. Third baseman 19. I guess it's actually pretty split. Wow. This is surprising. When was this made? This is 2020. Wow, first basemen have actually won it the most. Wow, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I take that. I take what I said back. It looks like first basemen have won it the most. Right fielders, left fielders. Oh, so this is ranked. So first basemen have won it the most. Wow, I didn't know that. I figured like shortstops, center fielders probably won it the most. First basemen historically have won the MVP the most. Wow. I just learned something new. But I'd say recently you're seeing more like outfielders. I mean, Mike Trout's won it, 3 times? He's out in center field, you know? Wow, that's actually, I'm very surprised about that. But I think that happened more in the past. Like back then, Pujols was like the most recent first baseman. Was the most recent first baseman that's been winning them. I'm very surprised about that. Very surprised. You learned something new. See you, Joel. Have a good night, man. Come back later if you can. Wow, we got a game here. We have got a game. 1-1, top of the 6th. All right, we've gained a few more subscribers this stream. What is going on? We are in between innings right now, so if anyone's new, just joining, hit that subscribe button down below. We're talking baseball all the time. If you haven't already, definitely give the stream a thumbs up. It goes a long way. Super chats are available. So yeah, we got a pretty good game on. Got a pretty good game. Right now, we are up to 25 thumbs up on the stream and 1 thumbs down. Someone did not like my face. And I'm okay with that. If you don't like my face, you don't like my face. But yeah. So the Yankees are in a dilemma now. Do they keep Cole going for another inning and risk his pitch count going way past 100, or let him get to 6? I think stick with him. Stick with him. Don't pull him. I think it's interesting, like kind of he did just give up the home run. But if we take a look at the Rays lineup, I think he can go one more time through this lineup. But it is interesting that he got to Meadows. I don't know. I can see him getting pulled. He got to Meadows for a third time, and he gave up the home run. So I wonder if Boone actually pulls him. I do wonder that. Yeah, this is a good game. Not much offense in this game, but he got a couple of home runs, which is not surprising. There's been a lot of home runs in this series. Yo, Robbie, what team do you think has the best bullpen for the future? I think the Dodgers, honestly. I think the Dodgers got a lot of good young arms. They got Gratterall. I think Gratterall is going to be a closer for the Dodgers in the future. I think the Dodgers got a pretty good bullpen. I think the Rays always have good bullpens. So the Rays got a good crop of young arms. Honestly, I think the Padres have some good young arms in their system. Look out for their bullpen being pretty good in the future. Yeah, Jack. Honestly, I'm surprised Boone hasn't pulled him yet. But nah, Cole won't let him take him out of this game. I think Cole right now. I bet you in that dugout. I do wonder if Cole went up to him and said, "Don't take me out of this game." So I do wonder if he has said that. Yeah, I think LeMahieu comes back. I think LeMahieu resigns. Sounds good, Joel. Sounds good, man. Have fun with your dad. Meanwhile, on the Rays side, their pitchers are getting through 2 innings at minimum. I expect Peter Fairbanks to go 2 innings as well. I agree. I think the Rays, they had a game plan for this game. I think you could have had Glasnow go a little longer. 2 innings, it's like, ugh. But whatever. The Rays got a plan. I like that the Rays they have a plan. They always have a plan. They're very good at organizing. They're very good at just laying out a game. So Kumar Rocker said he wanted to go to the Blue Jays. That's funny. What do you guys want your teams to do this offseason? I'd say with me for the Red Sox, honestly, I think get some prospects if you can. Get younger. make some good moves, make some good under-the-radar moves, you know? Make some good just moves that, like, get some guys that have some potential. Like, I liked the Nick Pivetta trade. I liked that because Nick Pivetta has one of the better curveballs in the game. You know, look out for some guys that are kind of like lightning in a bottle kind of guys, you know, where they have some good advanced stuff, but it just hasn't really shown up on the stat sheet, you know? And I think Bloom is really good at that. Oh, Fairbanks going up and in. I want to look at Peter Fairbanks. Let's go on Baseball Savant. Haven't really looked too much at good old Peter Fairbanks here. I'm sure he's got, the Rays got all these pictures with good spin rates and everything, of course. This is what the Rays are good at, man. They got guys who can just, high 81st percentile in spin rate, ranks high in velocity. Because that exit velocity tends to get hit pretty hard. So that, to me, that maybe says that, you know, he's got the spin rate, but maybe he leaves stuff over the plate a little too much. Because to me, if you got good control and command of your pitches, and you have this kind of spin rate and velocity, you're like unhittable. So that to me says he's probably leaving stuff over the plate too much. So, swing and a miss there to Hicks. Wander Suarez' cutter. 2-2 count on Aaron Hicks. Wander Suarez, huh? Got a good spin rate on the fastball. Taking a look. So he throws the cutter most of the time. Could we be seeing the next Mariano Rivera, maybe? So let me look at the movement. His cutter ranks really well in terms of movement. So, does well there. Hey, who knows? Maybe we got the next Mariano for the Nationals, maybe. Who knows? How did he do overall this year? 3.80 ERA. Pretty good. He's been pretty solid. Comes just out of the bullpen. Yeah. Pretty good. Looking out for Wander Suarez with the Nationals. Wonder if the Yankees can get anything done in this inning. So far, it looks like... So they got 2 outs right now. Where is Hicks? Oh, they have Hicks batting third. That's interesting. I thought he was down and below. They got Stanton up next. So this is definitely a spot in this lineup where the Yankees can do some damage. Hicks! He goes to center. That's a base hit. And the Yankees got a runner on with Giancarlo Stanton coming up. Well, Stanton has been a beast in this postseason. One swing of the bat here could give the Yankees the lead back. Six home runs this postseason. You're out of your freaking mind, Giancarlo Stanton. Fairbanks worrying about Hicks. I don't think Hicks is going to be too much of a threat stolen base-wise. He had 4 stolen bases this year. I don't know. I guess he can go. I guess he can swipe one. I don't know. I wouldn't be worrying about him too much. I'd be worrying about Stanton. But you don't want Hicks to get to second. That's for sure. But I don't know. I'd be worried about Stanton. Don't leave anything over the plate, man. Put all your focus on him. But Fairbanks, he has been very solid this year. Been pretty solid in the postseason. He's got a 2.70 ERA for the year. He's been pretty good. A lot of strikeouts on the year for Peter Fairbanks. But Giancarlo Stanton, he's just been out of his mind. Especially, like, he missed a lot of time this year. And to see him come back and just hit home runs all over the place against both the Indians and the Rays, yeah, he is crazy. That looked like a changeup. Is that a slider? That was a slider? It looked like it faded in. Look at Kyle Finnegan's slider. Look at Kyle Finnegan's slider. I'll take a look in 1 second. I gotta keep my eye on this at bat here. Stanton up. I gotta look at this. Ooh. Anytime Stanton swings, it's like, oh my gosh. I remember that home run derby. He was just killing it. And Stanton gets walked. Whoever said that Stanton was overrated, I would have to disagree. I wouldn't count injuries as a reason. Yeah, I agree. Got Diego Castillo up. The Rays, they're going with their best arms, man. If you've noticed with the Rays, they've really only leaned on like a few arms. If you take a look with the Rays, even in game 1, taking a look here, I mean, they've leaned a lot. I mean, they had McClanahan in a couple of games, but they've leaned a lot on Thompson. They had Drake here. But taking a look at game 2, I mean, again, Castillo, Anderson, Fairbanks. And then game 3, Curtis, McClanahan again, Castillo. So yeah, they're sticking to the same group of guys. And then last night, you know, they had Thompson. Yarbrough actually pitched a lot last night. So, yeah, I mean, for the most part, they've been sticking with for the most part, you know, a few different guys. Fairbanks, Castillo, Curtis. But Luke Voit is up, the home run champion for the year. I do wonder how Stanton does for the rest of that contract. I wonder, man. I wonder if that's going to end up working out long-term for the Yankees. Really depends on that health. I mean, he's a DH, so. Ugh, took a big hack at that. So that's interesting. One thing that he's been working on is keeping both hands on the bat instead of just following through with one arm. So he's following through with both arms now, staying a little more, not trying to open up so much. So that's pretty interesting with Voit. I'm always interested in these little mechanical adjustments that these hitters make. Who remembers when Barry Zito, like when he signed with the Giants? Who remembers when Barry Zito completely changed his windup? Who remembers that? But Luke Voit looking to do some damage. Ooh. Yeah, it's crazy with Luke Voit. He hit more home runs this year than he did in all of last year in a full season. He had some injuries and stuff last year, but he played way more games last year than he did this year. Oh, 100 up and in. Oh, struck him out. And that's big for the Rays. You feel like the Rays, man, they might have something here. It was looking a little grim early on, but they had the home run. And this bullpen, they're just dominating. It's just a matter of who's going to strike first. Now, this is interesting. I think Garrett Cole, he is coming back out. I would imagine he is. I don't think they go to the bullpen just yet. So he's only been through this lineup 2 times, I believe, right? Yeah, I don't think he's been through this lineup 3 times. I mean, he faced Meadows for a 3rd time. But yeah, so I mean, he's only faced Lau twice. Arozarena, he faced him twice. Yeah, so you got to expect him to. They're going to want him to get through this middle of the order with the Rays' middle of the order. They want him to get through Lau. They want him to get through Arozarena and Choi. This is going to be interesting. I think the key at bat here could be Ji-Man Choi. Ji-Man Choi, he always hits Cole pretty well. So look out for this at bat. This is going to be an interesting inning. I think this is going to be a key inning in this game. You know, Cole, he's pretty much on his last legs here. He's at 93 pitches. This could really set the tone for the game. This is where the Rays could maybe win this game. If they can get to Cole here, that might be not looking too good for the Yankees. So I think this is their chance. They're taking their 3rd at bats against Cole in the next half of the inning. So Arozarena, he's been hot. He had a home run against Cole in Game 1, I believe. So Ji-Man Choi's always hit him well. Brandon Lau's been one of the better players this whole season. This is going to be an interesting inning. Very interesting. But we are up to 35 people in the chat. Hello, hello. If you are just joining, hit that subscribe button so you can get more baseball content. Super chats are on. If you want to have a question or comment, highlight it in the chat and pop up on the screen. If not, just hit that thumbs up or the thumbs down for me. What's up, Chester? How are we doing? How are we doing?
Well, this is what's coming up as the postseason rolls on. It'll be the Rays and the Yankees against the Astros. That'll start Sunday here on TBS. We have the American League Championship Series for you. And then Fox will handle the National League. Randy rolls around.
No! Stop it! Oh, Gardner! Did you just take that away? Whoa! Did he just rob that? Whoa! Wow! Hey, GA27, what's up, man? He's going to take him out? Oh, I thought Lau was coming up. Wow. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't tell. Arozarena, man. Dude, he has been hot in this postseason. I mean, wow. That's what I was saying here. I was saying this is going to be an interesting inning for Cole because he's coming up against these guys for the third time. Arozarena's been seeing him well. Ji-Man Choi's always been pretty good against him. I think this is a good move. I think you got to bring in Britton here, lefty on lefty. I wonder if the Rays go with a bench guy here. I wonder if they go with someone off the bench. I wonder if they counter this move. This is going to be interesting. Do they stick with Ji-Man Choi against the lefty, or do they go with a righty? Either way, Britton's been pretty decent against righties and lefties. So, some guys they have on the bench. They do got Manuel Margot. I always don't know how to pronounce his name. Brose? Is that how you pronounce it? I mean, they got Perez. They got Renfroe. I'm just saying. I mean, could they go with one of these guys? Do they go with a pinch hitter here? They could counter. Captain Eagle, what's going on? Am I the only one who thinks the Arozarena looks a little bit like Jackie Bradley? Dude, lately, man, he's playing like Mookie. Dude, he's hitting well, man. Brosiu? Is that how you pronounce it? Oh my. Cannot blame Aaron for this move. He almost blew this game. What a play by Gardner. But hey, that's what good outfielders do, man. They play good defense. But yeah, that's what I was saying right before this inning started. I was saying, man, like, this is going to be an interesting inning. This is going to be a key inning because Arozarena's been hitting hot. And he's seen Cole well this series. And, yeah, so that was interesting. Cole gave up the home run in the last inning. But good performance for Cole, man. Cole only allowed one hit through 5 1/3. Just the home run, Yeah, that Rays bullpen, that was pretty funny. I mean, they thought it was gone. I mean, I think a lot of people thought it was gone. I was thinking like, oh, shoot. Can somebody please explain why the Rays pulled Tyler Glasnow? I think they just pulled him because they had a plan. I think they had this game laid out. I didn't think they wanted Glasnow going through the order more times. Glasnow hitters tend to see him better when he starts getting, when hitters start getting more at-bats against him. So, yeah, Glasnow, he's only got 2 pitches. Hitters see him well, man. So when he starts getting through the lineup through for a second time, third time, he's just easier to pick up. It's crazy because he's got such good stuff, but he's only got 2 pitches. Yeah, Britton, AJ, I kind of agree with you on that. Britton is honestly he's pretty solid. I mean, people forget how good he was with the Orioles, but he's not the closer. So, oh, good play by Torres. Ah, couldn't get him. I wonder if a Rosarina, I wonder if he makes those adjustments at all to where he can improve against righties. He's hit lefties a little better, but he's so far in this series, I mean, he's seeing righties pretty well. See, I mean, guys can be platoon players, but they can evolve from that. If they can make the adjustments in the offseason, if they can do the things necessary to get better, he could end up being a pretty decent all-around player. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening with him. He's still very young. I think 25. Yankees trying everything they can to get this inning sniffed out. I've underestimated their fielding capabilities. They do. The Yankees have guys that can field. They just haven't ranked well defensively this year. Yeah, Torres, he has not played good defense this year. So he definitely needs to start working on that defense at short. But Zach Britton looking to make his way here through the sixth. Yeah, Britton, we were talking earlier, he's pretty underrated. I think Britton is he's a very solid bullpen arm. In my How to Fix the Mariners video, I think it would be awesome if the Mariners could end up getting Britton. Once the Mariners start getting pretty competitive, add a really good bullpen piece like Britton. Maybe be their closer or a top setup guy. I think that could be a great move for the Mariners if they could get him there. Britton's great, man. He's good against lefties and righties. I think Britton's a free agent in 2022 or 2023. I can confirm that. Hold on. I can't remember the exact day or year. So I think he's a free agent after 2022. Yeah, so he has 2 more years left with the Yankees. He has 2021 and 2022. So 2023 he'll be a free agent. And he's only going to be 35. And for a reliever, he should still be pretty good by that time, I would imagine. Can't wait to watch Jason Dominguez. I mean, should be a fun one. His nickname's like what, the Martian, right? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, BZ Baseball, I agree. This is going to be a key inning here. If Britton can get through this. Oh, I was right. I didn't even notice that. The Rays did put in a pinch hitter. Mike Brose. I'm going to say Brose. They did go with the pinch hitter. I didn't even notice that. And then he ended up getting a base hit. So it worked out for the Rays. That was a good pinch hit, I think. Didn't even notice that. Higashioka, I don't think is that old. I think he's like 29, 30. Let's see. How old is he? Yeah, 30. Makes me wonder, man. I wonder if the Yankees go after JT Realmuto in the offseason. I wonder. I like Higashioka a lot. I think he's a really good guy for defense. I think long term, I think he's going to be I think he's going to be more of a backup. But for this year, right now, I think he is the best option right now. Just because the Yankees got enough offense. They don't need Gary Sanchez. They have enough guys that can hit. I think right now they need Higashioka's glove and the way he handles the pitching. So, but I wonder, man, for next year, do they go after a JT Realmuto? Do they maybe try and ship away Gary Sanchez somewhere? I don't know. Yankee fans, what do you think? JT Realmuto to the Yankees? What do you guys think? Do I follow the Patriots? Yeah, man. I grew up north as a kid, so... man. Sports with AJ, you're still going with Gary Sanchez as a starter. I'm not a Gary Sanchez fan, man. I'm just not. Dude, I think if the Yankees had a chance at JT Realmuto, dude, I mean, I think that would be insane. Oh, I see what you're saying, AJ. I'm sorry. I was like, man, really? Starting? I don't know, man. But yeah, if you can get him for, get something for him. I mean, I'm just wondering, man, the Yankees, they don't really have a catcher. They got Higashioka, like I said. Gary Sanchez, I don't think he's the long-term answer. I just don't. He's got a good arm, but he's just not good defensively. I think Gary Sanchez, he's a guy, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't think he fits. I think he's just too much of a streaky guy. I think he just swings out of his shoes for home runs. I think the Yankees should go after Realmuto, man. I think Realmuto he's just such a good all-around catcher. Hits well. I don't know. I think I like Realmuto to the Yankees, man. I think that he would handle the pitching staff really well. Look at Britton with that freaking slider. Oh my God. Moves so much. Yeah, Realmuto can run the bases as well. Realmuto's the best catcher in the league. If anyone tells me Yasmani Grandal is better than JT Realmuto, I'm sorry. I can't agree with that. Realmuto, to me, is the best catcher in the game. That, just all around. Hits for average, hits for power, plays great defense, handles the pitching staff well. And there's a strikeout for Zach Britton. And Britton is coming through here. A strikeout of Joey Wendell with Willie Adames coming up. See, so Eagle, I like Wilson Contreras, but there's some stuff. I might actually have to disagree with that. I think Grandal is very good. I don't think Contreras, that's just my opinion. I respect your opinion. To me personally, I think Yasmani Grandal, I think he is fantastic. I just don't think he's better than JT Realmuto. Contreras, I think, has a bright future. If he can improve that defense a little bit, especially the framing. His offense wasn't very good this year, so, wow. Sanchez, Schmidt, and Andujar for Scherzer. AJ, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you want to give up Clark Schmidt? A young starting pitcher? I don't know. I mean, I like Scherzer, man. I love Scherzer, but I don't think you can do that, man. I wonder if maybe the Yankees could trade Andujar and Sanchez to somewhere to the Rangers. I don't know. I'm not a Sanchez fan. I think he's just too streaky. The defense just never improves. I say go for Realmuto in the offseason, man. They got the money. Go after one of the best catcher in the league. I think if you got a chance at JT Realmuto, I think you go for it. Yeah, that would improve that lineup that much more. Great defense. Yeah, but who knows when those automated strike zones are going to happen, and if they even do happen. And the problem is he's just, I don't know, he's just never, I don't know, he doesn't show me anything every single year. They brought in what's-his-face from the Twins to help him with his catching. I don't know. But I think the big thing is I just don't think he's great with the pitching staff. I don't know. I just look at the way pitchers are with him, and they just don't seem as comfortable. I saw Higashioka catching, and they just seemed way more comfortable. So that's just my opinion. I just don't think Sanchez is a long-term answer. I think he's just too bat heavy. But hey, if he can improve, if he can fix it, hey, power to him. If they can get, just a better all-around game out of Sanchez, then I think that's great. But I just feel like he's had some time now to show it, and it's just not really working out. Like, it's just not. I mean, he's been benched. He was benched. He was benched in the postseason. Higashioka is outplaying him. But take a look at Gary Sanchez. When Gary Sanchez is on, dude, there is like no one better. But, I mean, he mashes. But he's a very streaky guy. I mean, he's not a good on-base guy. Even this year when he hit 33 home runs, you would still want that on-base to be a little higher. I mean, it was a good year, but, that was a few years ago now. 291 on base in 2018. I mean, a 316 on base in 2019. I just think he's really streaky. He's just like he goes on runs with his home runs. I don't like that. I mean, he had an 841 OPS last year. That's good. That's very good. I don't know. I just don't like the OP. I don't like the on base. I like the slugging. He can drive in runs. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's been benched again. I don't see it. I think the defense, it's just not good. Yeah, but that's the problem, though, is like he's coming in out of shape, Like, he shouldn't be coming in out of shape. That's the problem. He's been in the league now for 5 years. It's like there's just too many ifs. If he comes in out of shape. If he comes in, in better shape. It's like, okay, but he's had 5 years now in the league. And it's like, at this point, it's just like, yeah, like I said, he's had those years offensively, but I just think he's too streaky. I think you got to go with someone more consistent. But again, where I look at with catchers, a big thing, like, yeah, sure, offense, defense, blah, blah, blah. But again, I look at how they handle the pitching staff. I mean, that's why, like, I am very privileged to have seen a guy like Jason Varitek. Not one of the, best offensive catchers out there. He was solid for the most part. He give you 15, 20 home runs, anywhere from 60 to 80 RBIs. But Varitek was fantastic at handling the pitching staff. There was a reason he caught 4 no-hitters, almost had 5. Varitek, to me, was, in my opinion, one of the better catchers of all time, just because he just had such a good all-around game. He was so good. He was like a manager on the field. So, that's why Jason Varitek played a long time. But, But that's where you kind of almost have to look at it, James, as well, where I agree, like, I don't want to give up on someone too quick, but he could still have some value to where you could bring in someone, Teams could be like, you know what? Hey, he's still young enough. Maybe we can get someone out of him or get something out of him, Yeah, sure, we'll give you this guy. We'll give you a prospect. Give you a couple prospects. That's where I think he still has some value. Maybe try and get something for him. So, that's just me personally. My best friend, he is a big Yankee fan. He has loved the Yankees since he was a kid, and he can't stand Gary Sanchez. Like he likes when Gary Sanchez is hitting bombs, but he was just telling me the other day, he's like, I'm sick of Gary Sanchez. I'm over it. So you just I get it. If you want to hang on to him, I'm all about it. Try and work with someone, but I don't know. But the Yankees are up. Top of the 7th. 1 out. I mean, James, I think if they bring in Real Muto, I think if you bring him in for 4 or 5 years, I think you're going to be solid at that position for 4 or 5 years. You know, I think he could be a stopgap for a future catcher. You know, try and draft someone, bring in someone, international signing or something. I think you could still get something for Gary Sanchez. Oh yeah, not long term. He's absolutely not. I mean, but depends on what you think of as long term. If you can draft and develop someone sometime in the next 5 years. I mean, well, but I actually like Austin Wells. I think Austin Wells, he has to work on that. He has to work on his defense a little bit, but he's very athletic. That's one good thing about Austin Wells. He's got a great bat. I think Austin Wells is someone. He could be I actually like Austin Wells. I mean, again, his offense is better than his defense at the moment, especially in college, but he just recently started playing catcher, I believe. But he's very athletic, and they were saying with him that he's been transitioning pretty well to the position. So I like Austin Wells. I think he could be decent. It depends on how he does in the first couple of years in the minor leagues. I think that's going to be a pretty telling. But, yeah, I don't know. Have to see how he does. I know his bat's going to be pretty good. I like his bat. So, catcher, I don't know. But, I don't know. The Yankees need something. But we got 37 people in here. 37. What is going on, everyone? If you are just hopping in, hit that subscribe button. We got more baseball coming up, especially in the next few weeks. Got the championship series for both the American League and the National League next week. We'll be here pretty much every night watching these games. I really hope they don't have the Dodgers and the Braves games on late. God, I really hope they're not on late. Can they please not start those games at like 10 o'clock? Because I would really appreciate that. Did they come out with a schedule for the times? Yeah, this is a duel, man. 1-1. Wow. Only 5 hits combined in this game. Crazy. We got some good pitching tonight, man. It's too bad Garrett Cole couldn't go a little deeper. But taking a look at the schedule for the championship series. Please don't be on late. All right, okay. This is doable. 8 o'clock. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. So, I guess all the other ones are TBD. Yeah. All right. If they can just not go after 8 o'clock, I'm okay with that. It would be even more lovely if they could start this game at like 7. That would be great. That would be amazing. So, but thank God they're not starting these games at 9 o'clock like they were with the Dodgers Padres. I couldn't believe they were doing that. It's like, could you not start these games like when, or, you know, have these games going when I'm going to bed? Like, please? Is that possible? I didn't watch one Dodgers game. I was keeping up with it in the early going, but I couldn't stay up for those. GA27, Rookie of the Year. I got Kyle Lewis and Jake Cronenworth. I think Devin Williams is actually going to get a lot of votes. Look out for Devin Williams. I think it's possible. Maybe he could sneak into that Rookie of the Year. Where do you think Bauer will land? Brad Roblox. I feel like, it's kind of interesting. I wonder if the Nationals are kind of like this sneaky team that might get him. Because, Scherzer, he's not getting any younger. Corbin, he had some injuries. Scherzer's had some injuries. Or Strasburg, sorry. I wonder if maybe the Nationals go after Bauer. I think that because the Nationals are in a weird spot. They still have a pretty competitive team where they just need to be healthy. And if they go after Bauer, man, I feel like that's not likely, but I think it could happen. The Nationals are kind of in like this weird like no man's land, like not really too much of a future. Like right now, they got a lot of young guys in their farm system right now that there's not really anyone like close, like to coming up. I mean, they had Kai Boom, who came up. He wasn't really too impressive this year, but maybe he takes a step forward. So yeah, I wonder if the Nationals maybe go after Bauer. I would love to see him go to the Braves, but I don't think the Braves, they just never seem to spend money on huge contracts like that. I think you're going to see Bauer get paid. I mean, he's not going to get Garrett Cole money. I could see, if I take a look at the richest contracts, for pitchers. So right now, Garrett Cole, he has the highest by far. Almost $100 million more than the next guy. I think Trevor Bauer can end up getting something somewhere between like Verlander and like Kershaw. I could see Bauer getting I don't know, maybe like 200 on the dot. Something like that. Maybe like 190. Something like that. I don't know if the Mets or the Braves are going to do that. I think he would be an amazing fit with the Braves. Could you imagine that rotation if they had him and he just went up against them in this postseason, So, and he was shutting them out. I wonder if it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, if you can't beat him, join him, right? But I think my pick for where I would like for him to go the most would be the Mets. I think the Mets, they got some new ownership now. They're ready to spend some money. I think definitely, man. Definitely, dude, go after Trevor Bauer. If you're the Mets, go after him. Why not? Dude, if you could have... These two guys are going to finish 1-2 in some position. Oh, Gio the Wall or Shella had one get by him. That's a big error there, man. Mike Zunino, especially a weak bat like Mike Zunino, and you're letting him get on base, man. But yeah, I think Bauer would be an amazing fit with the Mets. The Twins would be really interesting. I wonder if the Twins are going to be in position to spend that much money on him. You never see the Twins go these massive deals. I could see the Mets, honestly. I think they have the money. They have the need. They have an owner that wants to spend money. I could see him going to the Angels. I could see him going to the Padres. I mean, dude, if he went to the Padres, that'd be nasty. Go back with Clevinger. I mean, him and Clevinger are friends. I could see him going to the Padres. Will the Padres want to spend the money? I don't know. They've been spending a lot of money. So I don't know. Oh, up and in.
2 balls, no strikes. Alley down out of the way on this one. Kept his hands from getting hit. Felt the breeze on his knuckles right there. All the hitters are leaning over the dish, right? There's 2 central players in this game tonight. Big acquisition by the Tampa Bay Rays from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Glasnow and Meadows. 2-1 the count. Came over the Chris Archer deal. It's been the MO for the Tampa Bay Rays. They've traded players as they start to get into those big contracts. Even though they're big name players, they have not moved. They've been on top step of that dugout the entire game. Meadows 1 out of 3. Homered his last time up to tie it.
Ah, Meadows gets under it. He pops it up. Gardner's there. And they got 2 outs. Britton's come in and has done a great job. He has come in and done a great job. Yeah, Will Myers. I wonder what he ends up getting paid. Here comes Aaron Boone. Really? They're not going to leave him in for Lau? Why wouldn't you leave him in? Oh, he's bringing in Chapman. Wow, he's bringing in Chapman. Wow. Huh? What are you bringing in Chapman for? Wow. Chapman? I don't know. Why would you just leave Britton in here? I don't understand why you don't just leave Britton in. Why are you why? I don't. Zach Britton versus Brandon Lau. Is there like a? Can you like look up? Is there a way to look at like a guy's like pitcher versus batter stats? I guess here? No. What is this? All right, this looks weird. Okay, here we go. So, batting team. Okay, we got the Rays. Pitching team, Yankees. Okay, so Brandon Lau against Britton. He's had 4 at-bats against him. And he's 0 for 4. Why would you take Britton out? I don't know. Like, I don't get that. How many pitches did he throw? I don't think he threw that many. He threw 26. I don't know. Is that just me? Why would you take out Britton? It's still a lefty. I don't know. That's a weird move for me. Yeah, sound effects. I kind of don't get it. Honestly, I mean, what do I know? I mean, I'm just some guy talking on YouTube. I don't know. But I don't see the point. I just think it's a tie game. You're not really like in like a do or die situation right now. Like if it was like bases loaded, I could see that. But, like, you got a guy on first, you know? You got a guy on first with 2 outs. I mean, what? You got a guy, Brandon Lau's 0 for 4 against Britton in his career. I mean, how's Britton against, or Chapman against him? I mean, there's not really much of a, I don't get this. I don't get this move. I don't know about this. I feel kind of weird about this. It's a tie game. It's not like you're trying to like hang on to a lead. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Chapman's done well going deep into games. Is there a way to look up his splits? And he pitched yesterday, right? And he just pitched yesterday. Didn't he pitch yesterday? Hey, he pitched yesterday. Why is he coming in this game? Can someone explain this to me? Can someone in the chat tell me why Chapman is in this game? I just don't get it. Britton did pitch yesterday. Yeah, that is true. That is true. He did pitch yesterday. Good call. How much did he pitch? He pitched an inning and 2/3. How many pitches did he throw? He threw 22. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what are you going to keep Chapman in for the rest of the game? Chapman will be sweating buckets after this inning. Is he going to be able to get through 2 2/3 or 2 1/3? I don't know. Is there a way to look up these like splits where he based on his like how many innings or whatever? Splits in his career. I wonder if it gives us anything based off of like how many innings he's pitched. I don't know if they would have this. I mean, hey, good call for here. I mean, Brandon Lau's a good hitter. I just wonder if like, I mean, how are the next 2 innings going to go? I mean, I would say that's a medium leverage situation. It's a tie game. It's later in the game, but it's not like bases loaded or anything. There wasn't a runner in scoring position. I would say that's a medium leverage situation at that point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is there a way here? So days of rest, 0 days of rest, where so he's done pretty well on 0 days of rest. Okay, so he's done that many times. ERA of 2.01, so that's pretty good. I don't think it says like if it gives stats based on how many innings. I'm guessing probably not. Like if he pitches like 2 or more innings, like what are his stats? It gives stats like by the inning, like how he's done in certain innings. But I don't think it gives stats based off of like when he's pitched multiple innings. All right, well, only time will tell if this will be a good move. But, I mean, we got a game here. This is exciting. 1-1, top of the 8th. Each team down to their last 6 outs. Alrighty. Robbie, I predict that Chapman will give up a game-winning bomb. I wonder if it happens. Goodness. Could you imagine? I just feel like you couldn't trust Britton to get one more out there. I don't know. I don't like that. So where are the Rays coming up next? So they got a Rosarina. He'll be leading off. So Brose, he's going to be in after him, and then Diaz. So unless they go with a pinch hitter somewhere. Those are the next 3 up. But the Yankees, they got an opportunity here. Mike Ford. Why is Mike Ford batting? Mike Ford hasn't done anything. Oh, okay. He's in for Higashioka. How has Ford done? They just call him a power hitter. What has he even done? Okay, so he's got a few home runs in his career. So, okay. He had 12 home runs and 50 at-bats, or 50 games last year. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, so Mike Ford was actually kind of decent last year. Had a 350 on base. Yeah, pretty good. That's a good move. He hasn't done anything this year, though. He had 74 at-bats, 135 average. So, I don't know. Interesting move. Oh, BZ Baseball, no. Why? Oh, poor Mark. Did you get tired of all the Mets predictions? No? Well, crap. I'm going to have to make sure I kind of step up my game with my videos. I don't want anyone unsubscribing from me. That's gonna motivate me, BZ Baseball. I gotta stay on top of my game. Oh, I forgot. Mark is here. Oh, Giraffe Neck Mark is here. He's on the Nick Alker burner account. Oh, Blake Snell? He's starting to move around. I mean, Blake Snell, he pitched game 1. So, you could see Blake Snell's available. The Rays have gotten through this whole game with all relievers and Tyler Glasnow for 2 innings. Yeah, I agree, Sound. I absolutely agree with that. There are some channels I really get into. Really get into. Yeah, man. There's times where I'm like very into a channel, and then there's times where I'll notice like a month later and I say, wow, I haven't watched that channel in like a month. It's interesting how it works like that. That's where I think in YouTube, I think you got to kind of like, I think with your channel, you got to switch it up a lot. You got to kind of try and stay fresh. If you start, doing the same stuff over and over and over again, then it gets a little kind of boring. That's why, like, with these streams, I'm kind of glad it was kind of like all of this stuff started happening, because the streams were, it was just something different to do. But eventually these streams are going to get kind of boring. So that's why in the off season, I'm going to have maybe like 2 live streams per week to talk about the off season news, and then, be mixing in stuff. So kind of give like variety for the whole off season. So I think Mark, Mark has a good following. So there's a reason for that. Hey, Sean, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in. Josh Hader to the Phillies. Could you imagine? Be interesting. Well, do the Phillies have enough prospects to get him, though? I like Jeff McNeil. I think he's a good player. Gets on base, gets some hits, got a little power. Ooh, Spencer Howard. That'd be interesting. I wonder if they do it. I feel like the Phillies are just a couple of good bullpen pieces away from being a legit contender. I think they're maybe like 1 starter and a couple good bullpen arms away. So I don't think they should completely just not bring Brandon Workman back. I think Brandon Workman, I think he's actually a good arm for the bullpen. I just don't think Brandon Workman's a closer. I think Brandon Workman's more of a setup guy. I don't like Brandon Workman as a closer. So he just tends to walk a lot of guys. He loses his command. I think if you can bring Workman back for like a middle relief setup role, dude, if you can get an arm, like if you can get an arm, man, like a freaking Josh Hader, I think that'd be awesome. I mean, look what happened when the Phillies got Brad Lidge. Brad Lidge ended up returning to his dominant self in 2008, and then they won a World Series. So it's going to be interesting with Real Muto, man, with the Phillies. I just wonder if they're going to spend the money. You know, they just spent all that money on Harper. They didn't get anything done with Real Muto, but that's not just because of Real Muto. You know, I just wonder if they use that money for, like, pitching, you know? But I don't think they kind of need to bring him back. The Phillies need, honestly, the team that needs JT Realmuto the most are the Phillies. Jack. Yes, I agree. It's just like they need a guy, like a guy you can turn to. They need someone in that bullpen. I feel like they're just trying to they're just taking stabs in the dark and they're just not getting anything. Dude, Diego Castillo's looking pretty good. Why do I feel like the Rays are going to maybe win this game? I just think they got a lot of momentum going right now. They're pitching really well. They're past right now the big threat in Garrett Cole. That was the big threat coming into this game, was Garrett Cole. And he pitched well, but then I don't know, it was almost like that home run off of him, it really sparked them. It was like once he gave up that home run, it seemed like something kind of changed a little bit. Ooh, Phillies with Liam Hendricks. I think that'd be a great move. Great move. No, you think Mark quits YouTube? No way. Do you think he quits YouTube? I don't see it. I mean, that's what I've noticed with Mark. He I notice he does like a lot of quizzes. To be honest, if I were to be nitpicky with Mark, I can't stand the thumbnails, dude. I just hate I'm not saying my thumbnails are fantastic. I'm just not, and it's not just Mark. I'm just not a fan of channels that do that thumbnail where it's like they do this like expression on their face. I've just always hated that. Like, it's not just him. I can't stand that. I hate when people do the expression, the fake expression thumbnails, like to add like a theme to their thumbnail, you know? I can't stand that. It just drives me nuts. It's like, it's just weird. Yeah, I don't like Fuzzy's thumbnails at all. Like, I think Fuzzy, he does like these weird like speech bubble things. Yeah. I never saw Fuzzy's predictions. What were Fuzzy's predictions? All right, so he had the Rays and the Indians. I also had that. He had the Cubs and the Braves. Ha! I picked the Marlins over the Cubs, Fuzzy. I did something. Actually, Mark picked the Cubs over the Marlins too. So I did one thing better than Fuzzy and Mark. Yeah, Brad Roblox. You know who else too? The thumbnails for the Mighty Goat. Dude, Mighty Goat's thumbnails, dude. Oh my God. I don't know. Yeah, the dramatic face, like the confused face. Like, I can't stand it, man. It's just like so weird to me. And like Mark will take like like a screenshot of him like talking and put it in his thumbnail. I can't stand that. It's like, dude, like with me, yes, I'll put myself in my thumbnail, but I'm just sitting here smiling. It's just me. Why do I need to make like a fake expression? Like, I don't understand that. Who did Fuzzy pick to win the World Series? He picked the Indians, didn't he? So he picked, so me and Fuzzy were actually in agreement on the Rays and the Twins. He picked the Dodgers and the Braves, so he's picked that well. So he picked the Twins, didn't he? Oh, he picked the Rays. Okay. So he picked the Dodgers. So he picked the Dodgers over the Rays. I think Giraffe Neck Mark, I think he picked the Padres and the Rays. Is that who Mark picked? And I think he picked, didn't he pick the Padres? I think Mark picked the Padres to win the World Series, right? Or did he pick the Rays? All right, he picked the Rays. Okay. Well, Mark Mark picked the Mets before the season. And then yeah. I don't even remember how my my preseason picks were made before they did all of the what do you call it? The when they reformatted the playoffs. So yeah, Mark, I just think with Mark, yeah, I don't know. Mark's just interesting. He's built a following, so he's done something very, very well. He's done something, right. He has over 160,000 subscribers. So, yeah, I agree. When I first saw Giraffe Neck Mark, actually, one way I really started getting into YouTube was delivering pizzas, if that makes any sense. I would be delivering a lot, so I'd be in my car a lot. So I downloaded YouTube Premium so I wouldn't have any of the ads, so that way I could listen to stuff while I was driving around. And that's when I started listening to Giraffe Neck Mark. And honestly, that's where I kind of got a little inspiration from that, because I was listening to Mark. And there was a lot of stuff I was disagreeing with that he would say. And I'm like, man, I feel like I could do this. I feel like I could talk some baseball. Like, I'm like, if Mark can do this, I can do this. So. Wow. Well, what would Mark do? Mark, he's young. I think he's young, right? So I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do we have a new subscriber? Terrari Jackson, what is going on, my friend? How are you, man? Welcome to the channel. Appreciate it. Take a seat. We are watching Yankees and Rays. We're seeing a good game today, so you subscribed at the right time, my friend. We're just in here talking some baseball, man. So feel free to join in on the chat. We're talking kind of whatever tonight, man, while we're keeping an eye on this Rays-Yankees game. But yeah, we got Chapman. We got Randy Arozarena. But BZ Baseball, that's very interesting. But Mark, he's not old at all. I think he's like 23, 24? So it almost makes me wonder. I wonder if he's kind of just like over YouTube. He gets a lot of hate. But I mean, kind of, some of the stuff he does, it's a little, he's clickbaity. He's, I don't know. Yeah, he's young. I don't think he's very old. So maybe he's graduating college. I don't know if he's going to college. I don't know what he does, but I'm wondering if he's going to get into something. So it's weird with me. I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm in my career right now teaching, and I may be looking to transition into something. Terrari. Nah, man. It's Terrari, to me, I've been saying the past couple of streams, the only way the Astros are going to get people off their back is to win. They need to win. They can't be, They can't lose because then people are going to keep calling them cheaters forever. So the past is the past. So if you can win, then, you'll get a lot of those monkeys off your back. So, yeah, I agree. James, I agree. So, it's kind of, people will never forget, but I think a lot of people will move on once, if they can win. So. Oh, is he posting like a lot of these polls? I'm going to go to his Twitter. Brad Roblox, man, thanks for coming in tonight. Thanks for coming in, man. Have a good night. Yeah, he hasn't been well, because he's not really like doing anything. Like he just does like these quizzes and stuff. I don't know why he's not live streaming these games. Dude, I don't understand that. Mark, like why would you not live stream these games? That's what I don't get. Like if you really love baseball that much, do you know how many people would come into his streams? He would have so many people in his streams. Like I don't get that. Dude, he would be getting super chats like left and right. Dude, people would donate to him, man. I don't know why he's not doing streams. I've been streaming every game. Like, because I enjoy watching baseball. I don't know why he's not. He's just been doing like quizzes and like predictions. I don't get that. I mean, he's tweeting about the game now. He tweeted earlier, saying, I don't know. I still don't really understand the point of, I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. He took Britain out. I think you could have stuck with Britain there. I think there was really like that wasn't real. Like he said here, Boone taking a page out of the Kevin Cash book. This is the right move again. 1,000 IQ. I just don't like, what are you talking about? I don't really understand what he's talking about. I mean, I don't know. Chapman's been known, he gets tired. So, like, he's looking pretty good here, but I don't see how that's like a high IQ Kevin Cash move. I don't really see how it was, unless someone can tell me, Yeah, I think you could have stuck with Britain there, get that third out. But, I don't think it's really going to matter. Yeah, I was wondering. I kind of thought about that, BZ Baseball, because Margot's been swinging a pretty good stick. So, he has been swinging pretty well. So, I was wondering if they were going to go with Margot, but they needed a guy for first base. So, I wonder, could you have shifted someone over to first base? Probably not. I don't know. No, you couldn't have really put any. Maybe Wendell. Nah, if you were gonna bring in Margot, you'd have to shift over an outfielder. But yeah, that wouldn't have worked. But you could have done Margot in that one at bat, and then but it's Chapman, so it's like, I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Sean? How are you? Welcome. We're up to 45 people right now. That's awesome. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. And we are in a tight game right now. Yankees Rays, Game 5. Winner goes to the ALCS. If you are just joining us, again, welcome. Hit the subscribe button if you're looking for more baseball content. Hit that thumbs up for me if you can. I thought he got into that one. Hit that thumbs down if you think my face is absolutely terrible. And, super chats are on. If anyone wants to have a comment or a question, pop up on the screen. So, we're getting into some pressure cooker baseball. But everyone, again, thank you so much for joining tonight. Really appreciate everyone coming in. Sound FX, thank you again for the thank you again for the super chat earlier. JW Taylor, what is going on, my friend? How are you? Welcome to the channel. Oh, shoot! Oh, it's gone! Wow! Whoa! Wow! Brasso, that's how you pronounce it. Whoa! Wow. What an at-bat. Nick, man, look at you. I mean, when they brought in Chapman, when they brought him in, didn't he already... Hold on, let me go back to when he came in. When did Brasso come in? I thought he came in earlier. Did he just come in for this at-bat? Yeah, like you guys are saying, I was saying when Chapman came in, why are you bringing in Chapman right now? Why? Like, I can understand taking Cole out because he was starting to, he had just given up a home run and he was starting to go against like these guys for a third time. So I could understand why you would take him out, why you would take Cole out. I don't know. I just think like, why are you going to Chapman right now? You know, but hey, this is what the Rays are really good at. This is what they're very good at. I mean, give the Rays some credit. They got guys. The Rays are very good at putting the right guys in the right situation in the right moment. This is what the Rays are very good at. I wouldn't just hate on the Yankees here. I'd give the Rays some credit. But, I mean, I don't know. I think like Chapman, I don't see why he's in this game. Right now, I think you had other arms. I think with Britton, I mean, you could have mixed around Ottavino a little bit. I think, Chad Green was there. I didn't see I just didn't see a point bringing Chapman. Why would you BZ Baseball. I'm not saying you didn't say that. I just don't see why you're taking out Britton, a lefty, for Chapman, a lefty. I don't get it. Like, I don't see why at that point you should have I don't know. Me personally, I'm going to ask Britton for another out in that situation. I mean, I think they were going to bring in Brose. I think they were going to bring in Brose. Didn't they bring him in? I guess in that spot. Well, who did they bring in? Was it Brasso? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. That's like a weird name. I never hear his name. But in the 7th, it was... Who was pitching in the 7th? So it was Britton. Chapman came in the 7th, right? In the bottom of the 7th? Or did he come in the 8th?
After 225 years of Jim Beam, you'd think we just look back on our past. Nope. We're looking to our future. We're crafting new bourbons. Creating new ways to drink them. And teaching a new generation of distillers. So no, we're not raising a glass to the last 225 years. We're raising Jim Beam for 225 years to come.
Oh, yeah, it was here. See, I think like Brandon Lau, I think you could have kept Britton in here. It was the lefty on lefty. I think you had another out from Britton. And then when you go to the 8th, you know, Rosarina, I think you could have had a righty in that I don't know. I feel like in the 8th, why not bring in, I don't know. Why would you go to Chapman so soon? I don't see that. Why don't you just go to Ottavino here? I mean, a righty against Arizarena, a righty against Brose. I don't know. Is that just me? I feel like you could have, I don't know. I feel like Ottavino's pitched okay, and didn't he have a couple of games in this series?
One in 5 kids in the U.S. may not be able to afford to play sports, including Little League.
This postseason, T-Mobile is going to bat. For every home run, T-Mobile will donate 5.
Okay, so he pitched one game and he gave up a run. So that was for game 4 on the 8th, game 3 on the 7th. So that was game 2. So if I had to go to game 2, so this was a loss. And then box score, so Ottavino. Who did he pick? So he came in the 4th. 3 and 2. So he came in the 4th inning. So who did he... Oh, here we go. 4th.
Scheduled Yankee hitters. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Game number 2, Castillo pitched a 1-2-3 inning, then came out.
When did Ottavino come in this game? Was it the 3rd?
Rays are 3 defensive outs away.
That was Hap. It was Hap. When did Ottavino come in? Came in the 4th? Oh, it's here. So he gave up a run. Okay, so he went into the 5th. So who did Ottavino give up a run to? So it was Kevin Kiermaier. So no, that was off Luis. So Ottavino. Okay, he gave up. Oh, he walked Wendell. So that's where the run came from. I don't know. I mean, that run was charged to Ottavino. But he walked a guy. He didn't even give up. I don't know. I think you should have gone Ottavino there, man. Is that just me? Is that just my opinion, everyone? I mean, I don't know. Hey, what's up, Josh? I don't know. I feel like in that situation against righties, I feel like you go Ottavino. Right? I don't know. That's just me. Ottavino has been, not great this year, but I don't know, if you don't go Ottavino, go Chad Green. I think if you just had Britton finish out that inning against Lau and then bring in a righty to face Arizarena and then how do you say his name again? I keep saying Brose. Wow. Okay, so Giraffe Neck Mark is dating someone. So that's why he's quitting YouTube.
First pitch breaking ball last night. And sent it out of here 450 plus feet.
But we are in the top of the ninth. The Yankees are down to their last 2 outs. Brasso. But Luke Voigt is up.
Big fastball, the upper 90s. And a slider. Here's a 1-0.
I don't know. I think the Chapman move was kind of weird. Is that just me? What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys think the Chapman move was kind of weird? Did you not agree with the Chapman move? I mean, when Chapman came in, you guys heard my reaction. I'm thinking, why is Chapman in the game? Like, already. I thought I don't know. I think you could have gone. I know Ottavino hasn't been great. But I feel like in certain situations, you could bring him in. I think you could have gone Chad Green. You know? I think bringing in Chapman that early was just weird. I don't see why you would bring him in. I'd still go Chapman over Jansen. I would. But here we go. Luke Voigt is up. 1-2 count. Castillo has looked very good since coming in. Oh, and he gets Luke Voigt swinging. And the Rays are 1 out away. Wow. Tampa Bay is 1 out away. Oh, my. Oh, my. Hayden, what's going on? You came in just in time. We're up to 54 people in the chat. If you are just coming in, hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any baseball coverage over the rest of the playoffs. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up for me. If you don't like my face, hit the thumbs down. Super chats are on. If you want to leave a donation, it'll have a comment or question pop up in the chat. It'll have it pop up on the screen. Oh, he caught it! Whoa! That was a bullet! And Tampa Bay is moving on to the American League Championship Series for the first time since 2008. Tampa Bay, they shocked everyone with that home run in the 8th off of Aroldis Chapman. Tampa Bay is moving on. You can't help but think, did the Yankees make a big mistake bringing in Chapman that early? And down go the Yankees. A bit shocking. As good as the Rays were this year, this was a bit shocking to see a guy like Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees. But I think a lot of Yankee fans right now are not very happy with Aaron Boone bringing in Aroldis Chapman that early. I don't know. But the American League Championship is set. We have the Astros. We have the Rays. A rematch from last year's American League Division Series. We have the Dodgers and the Braves. Gio Urshela hit a missile right at Joey Wendell to end the game. Wow. Oh my goodness. I made a video saying I was wrong about the Tampa Bay Rays, and look how wrong I was. I didn't even pick this team to make the postseason, and now look at them. They are 4 wins away from going to the World Series. I am taking a huge L for my postseason picks before the season. I think there's a lot of blame to go around for this Yankees team. The offense was inconsistent. The pitching was inconsistent. Aaron Boone made some weird calls. But the Yankees, once again, heading into an offseason of uncertainty. Who knows what happens with this Yankee team next year? They will have some guys like Luis Severino come back, James Paxton come back. The Yankees should once again be a contender next year. But my goodness, it is a little surprising to see the Yankees being knocked out. But we're still at 41 people in this chat. I want to thank all of you so much for being here. What a night of baseball that we had. This has been a crazy night. An amazing game. That went down to the wire. Scoreless. Not only 6 hits for this whole game. 6 hits. Couple of home runs. Had one from Judge. Goodness gracious. Austin Meadows hitting a big home run in the 5th inning. But Broso hitting a massive home run in the bottom of the 8th off of Aroldis Chapman. Crazy. Crazy. But oh my, we got a really fun American League Championship Series coming up. I think there is more of a storyline there with the Yankees and the Astros, but this is going to be an exciting American League Championship Series. I mean, it's almost kind of, it's almost kind of storybook that for the Rays, to get to where they want to be, they got to get through the American League champion. A team that has had this history of cheating, but where it seems like it's a team that has had this history of cheating while the Rays have this history of just amazing analytical work. It almost seems kind of poetic that these two kind of teams are going up against each other. But you got the Dodgers and the Braves on the other side, two great offenses. A team in the Braves where they've had a lot of pitching step up lately. The Dodgers, they've had a lot of guys step up all year. That's going to be a very fun National League Championship Series. I think you're going to see a very good American League Championship Series. But if I were to pick my World Series right now, I think you got to go Rays Dodgers. I think you have to. I think a lot of people were picking Rays Dodgers. And I don't know, this Rays team, it just, I have been going against this Rays team all year. And I think it's kind of one of those things where I want to see a team show me, I love how people are very big on the Rays with, how they handle, putting people in the right situations, all the analytical work they've done, all the drafting, the scouting that they've done. I've still kind of been in this position where I want to see them win and I want to see them do well, or not do well. I don't want to see them do well because obviously I'm a Red Sox fan, but I want to see them show me it. And they're showing me it right now. I've been a Rays hater. I will admit that. I have hated on the Rays this year. And maybe that's a little bias on my end. But you know what? Hey, this is big, man. Like I've said, I've hated on them this year. I didn't even pick them to make the playoffs this year. And but hey, look at what they're doing here. Look at what they're doing. They're proving people wrong. They're proving a lot of people right. But yeah. New Giraffe Neck Mark video coming up soon. ALCS and NLCS predictions. Rays beat the Astros, and the Mets beat both the Dodgers and the Braves. But one potential World Series that could happen. Could we see an Astros-Dodgers World Series? There were already sparks flying this year between those two teams. Could you see the Astros and the Dodgers get to the World Series, a rematch of the 2017 World Series? I mean, that's got storyline written all over it. Could you see it?
Most important home runs in the history of the game. He's got himself one, certainly. Tampa Bay Rays.
But right now, if I were to lean, I would have to say Rays Dodgers. I'd have to say it. I'd have to say it. But everyone, last call. If you are here, if you are just joining us, if you have been here for a little bit and you have not subscribed to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button in the red letters. Leave me a thumbs up if you haven't already, or leave me a thumbs down, either one, whatever floats your boat. But I think that's all I got for tonight, everyone. But we got an exciting American League Championship Series. We got an exciting National League Championship Series. I'm excited for it. Next week, starting Sunday night, we got tomorrow off. There's no baseball tomorrow. I think that's going to be a good day for people to decompress. I think that's going to be a good day off from baseball. They've been playing baseball every single night. And we got one day off tomorrow. And then we're right back to it on Sunday night, where we will have the Rays versus the Astros in the ALCS. And on Monday night, you'll have Game 2 of the Rays and the Astros, and you'll have Game 1 of the Braves and the Dodgers. But that is all I got for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone coming in. Again, I'm going to go to my end screen now, so if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. But that's all I got for tonight, everyone. I appreciate everyone for coming in tonight. What a game tonight. And I will see you all here Sunday night. Have a good night, everyone.